he's really, I think he's really good at his military job. Obviously, he's proven himself over the years very capable, but not when it comes to these these technical things, which I thought I was like the world's most kind of technically challenged, but apparently not. So, um, yeah, we're gonna drop
Hi,
out
John.
though.
Hey, Howard.
Hey,
Everybody.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey now.
All
There.
right.
howdy, howdy, folks.
Oh, and we've got Alan. That's great. That's excellent. We're really happy
Yeah.
we got such a because never know. Like sometimes
Bonjour.
it's like nobody, and sometimes there's a few more people. So come on, get in there. We're just rebooting the slideshow. I had very little time to do promo, so if you guys could like share the links with whoever, however you do it, whatever you think is the best. And if you have any questions, that's what we're here for. Um, and so we'll talk about the moving parts. That's really what is important to communicate to the
what
public because
happened? What
most
happened to
people.
episode 2?
Well, we got to look. We got to do post production on that. So
This
just
was this was
sit
one
tight.
I know
Sit.
because like that's I've
It's,
got 1 and 3, but two's gone. So
how do you get three?
this morning,
Did you rip? Did you rip it off a fake book?
no, I simulcast it. I was
Wow.
simulcasting when you were doing the show.
Okay.
But like part
Oops.
2 is completely somewhere. I don't know. I have no clue where it is.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, we're getting knocked offline a lot here too,
I
right? So
know.
some weird shit is going on. And as I explained, when it comes to like this is the third year in a row where YouTube and Facebook have really not been all that nice to us, unfortunately. So make of it what you will. Um, it's it's a bit of an issue. But
Maybe
anyways,
Anybody heard of the 6-7 whole phenomena going around
nope,
lately with the youth?
no, I've heard of brain rot, but we got to
Yeah,
get
brain
going here.
rot.
We'll
Okay.
talk about that here momentarily. Okay, let me just
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead. I got to plug in get my mic, my headphones, and let us have it then as I get set up here. Go ahead.
I was just it associated with the whole
From
13
Venezuela this
and
week.
the 6 + 7
Wow.
13.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
like,
the
oh,
Masonic kind of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Well,
Something with the
13
whole.
is the significance. 13 is, from my understanding, it's reserved for like remember Jesus, the 12
Mhm,
disciples, and he was the 13th, right? So that's the
mhm,
big
mhm.
deal with that one. So they
And you
say.
got the
so they
13
say.
arrows
oh
or
Jesus.
whatever in the fucking
I'm gonna get
eagle
13 on my
holding it.
coffee.
Whoa.
Okay, and
Jeez.
try to focus on Christmas as best we can. So maybe, hey, we'll have 13 elves today. Who knows?
There
So,
you go.
but while we're doing this, just check out the talking. Check out questions about the campaign, the main Operation Secret Santa link. Sonia, we were hoping two things. One that comes to mind here, just briefly, that you be
From deep inside Venezuela.
She said
So I was like,
so.
wow, they didn't even bring that up. That was not even mentioned on international news, not national. It was local news because I'm in Tampa and the group that did the rescue was out of Tampa.
Did you say deep inside Venezuela?
Yeah, real deep, Roger. Real deep.
Pervert.
In the hot, sweaty jungle, Roger.
You're gonna go
Big
hang
bad
out with
bush.
dudes.
And now Mark's looking for that magazine I
And
bought
little
him.
pygmy, that little pygmy. Dwarf.
Oh, Christ. I'm not joking either. He had Ralphie and I digging through all these magazines at Comic-Con. That was so funny. He's
Oh,
on
yeah.
the ground. Oh my
Like,
God, he's on camera. He's like, come on, no, that one.
and
Yep.
White Widow.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Okay, I gotta switch over. I just wanted to come back in and let you guys know I took off because I had to go do Jaffe's show, get the stream all set up and ready to go. So he's doing
Roger that.
Operation
I had
Secret
fun with
Santa.
Jaffe's show. That was fun when I was on there. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that, Roger. I have to tell you. Thank you for inviting me on that night. That was fun.
That wasn't Jaffe. That was Otto. Otto's cool.
Oh, was that Otto's show? I thought it was Jaffe's show.
Jaffe is Mark's friend. Him and Mark are buddies, and they like to talk about those evil Jews all the time. So they just they love it,
dude. That was the other thing again. And I said when we were in the first hour that again Trump went after Bibi this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, y'all are not seeing the writing on the wall. I think a lot of what's happening right now is all for show. It is all for show because the actions that are occurring are very different from what you're seeing.
Well,
I mean, he went after Bibi.
I missed a really cool episode. I missed a really cool episode last night because Mark and John were on with Jaffe talking, and freaking there was cool shit said, and I don't know what it is, and I can't find the episode. So
well, that was an incredible update.
Those guys suck, dude.
So why would you hang a raw steak that was partially cooked in front of me, Roger? I mean, it's like so they said these awesome things, and I have no clue what it was.
It's their fault. Ask Mark. He's right up there. He freaking was a part of the conversation. And like I get up this morning and I don't even know what it is, and apparently it was something cool they were talking about, and I don't know what it is. So.
Oh, so in other words, you were the kid that they told to go stand in the corner while they whispered about you in another corner. Is that what you're saying, Roger?
No, they freaking went off to like this secret hiding place on a different platform somewhere, and nobody knows where the episode is. You and Jaffe.
Me and who?
You and Jaffe. Jaffe and John Galt.
No, I had to back out because I had an appointment, and I don't know,
or so he says.
It's like what 8 o'clock in the morning my time.
Yeah,
I'm not up then.
Well, apparently they had a kick-ass episode, and I don't know where it is.
Sure they did. Okay,
I'm gonna try to find it, but I'm telling.
Can I just stir the pot? Let me just stir the pot. You don't know that Mark backed out. Mark's just saying he backed out,
yeah,
but
that's true.
Did Mark back out?
That's true.
I mean, really? Is this a everybody hide everything from Roger day? I think it might be.
Well,
I think it might be.
Mark loves to
Critical
talk to
that they
Jaffe
find
a
the
lot.
thinking behind it.
Like they love to talk to each other, and they like play it off like they're real macho and shit. But
who?
You and Jaffe. Freaking always trying to be all macho, like, yeah, right, Roger, whatever, kid.
Are you gonna have a blooper reel?
I'm having a meltdown.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's that going?
I'm having a
Do that again, Roger.
I think I'm having a meltdown. I'm about to cry, dude.
Poor Roger. Poor Roger. Should I bring Sonia in here?
She's already on Jaffe's show.
Oh.
Stolen. Damn.
I'll see you guys later. I gotta go over and hang out with Jaffe too.
Oh, because he's one of the cool kids now, huh? Okay.
Night, Roger.
Oh, okay. It's like that. I understand.
All right, Roger. If I don't see you, Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas to you guys
MC,
Happy Christmas.
shoot me a line later.
He's on hold. Yeah. Can you drop out, please?
Yes.
So cool. Did he say something to you about that? Because I
mentioned it to him earlier, but I haven't heard back from him.
Okay, cool, awesome.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff.
It was cool because like I was on hold with him and he had to wait and shit. Like fucking, I'm like, yeah, dude. I just held up on his ass. So.
Right. Okay.
All right, guys. I am gonna jump off too. I've got to be up.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
See, okay, the clock is running now, so we got 60 minutes. Yeah. Good. We got a couple of you back. We got Sonia. We got Harpo. We're calling Naroki. He's kind of a little temperamental, kind of wonky with his, being available or not. So, who else did we have? There's Do Better, but we're waiting for him. He's not
No,
answering.
he's there now.
Why?
Oh, I don't see him.
I'm here.
Okay, there he is.
I see you guys.
How's
Are
everyone
these
doing?
okay?
Yeah, you're
Fine. Well, let's get into this momentarily. Do we have all the originals are here? We're late as all hell, as usual. So these are all the people we had. Everyone just mute out, and we're gonna kick out Naroki. Let's get him out of here if we can. Can we boot him? Is that possible? So just mute out, folks. Can we just? We can't do that. It won't. Look at the crappy this is. I'm gonna switch to StreamYard, just like Alan was suggesting last night. Switch to. Okay, there we go. Now it's done. Thank God. Here we go. Everyone does sound like they're muted. That's wunderbar. Here we go. Boom, boom. And I can talk. You cannot. Thank you. Just maintain radio silence. Okay. That's muted. This is ready to go. Just wait a little bit here. This darn thing. I have to be patient. Silliness. We only have one channel running there. So, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Word of mouth. Directly.
Are presently working on mobilizing and building upon last
Welcome,
year's
everybody,
preliminary
friends, folks,
success,
foes, and
with
fellow
donation
pirate
levels
mateys to day 4 of this year's Operation Secret Santa 2025. That's hashtag OSS 2025. Annual Christmas telethon, charity outreach, and consciousness raising campaign. I myself am your host, as always, the Robin Hood's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder. WPRPN.com is the website. You'll want to drop by and check out. Take a look at that Operation Secret Santa URL web link. If you weren't able to see it in the show description end of things, that's another way of approaching it, of course. It's readily available and should be quite prominent and visible. We have a Korean as well, for anyone who potentially has Korean friends, family, coworkers, you name it. We are based out of the southern part of the peninsula, as it were. So it's our way of trying to better engage more a Korean audience. We work with Korean students at all levels, from young folks up to university students, housewives, and businessmen, grandparents, you name it. So it's just a shame, though, that more don't take an interest or want to become actively engaged. Something we can talk about as we get into the show. Compared to how we typically approach things in the West, where it's more of a seasonal affair, they largely these days look at it more simply one day that they can take off of work because it's seen as a holy day. Holiday is the holy day, and the birth of Christ in the eyes of many, that's the most critical part of things to remember. Although there, once again, as we've talked about over the past few episodes, always reminding people of the pagan influence. So it's really a mixed bag, frankly, as far as I'm circumcised. And I'm sure many others as well see it in a similar way. So liking, commenting, sharing, remembering to hit subscription, notification buttons, really powerful stuff. We've been censored and kneecapped here once again via YouTube. They're good at doing this, somewhere between communist China and North Korea is where I put YouTube in my books. And I think the Captain Long John Sinclair, he resonates with that. He's in accord, in agreement as well. So, but a lot of moving parts here, of course. This is not Secret Santa as is conventionally known or practiced in the West. It's nothing at all like that whatsoever. We've completely rebranded, re-envisioned and remade the mold, having over the past 10 plus years now done all we could to better purify and refine the magical Christmas elixir, of which Santa and his elves know a great deal, as should hopefully any practicing Christian, pagan, or you name it. Sending out challenges to anyone, whether you are coming at things from a religious persuasion or not, maybe more secular, even right to the extreme of being a Satanist. I'm not sure if they're afraid of us or what exactly the deal is. You wouldn't think they would be. So, but we have sent out challenges to the satanic community, and if they're not interested in taking part in the charity event where you selectively sponsor, we have nothing to do with any money or direct any the way that people go about helping others whatsoever, other than putting people in contact with one another and perhaps suggesting ways that they can more easily go about doing things, so that the Secret Santa, people of greater means, are able to help those out who are kind of essentially struggling. You reserve the right to remain, kind of anonymous, if that you're so inclined, of course. Something really important to keep in mind, whether from the standpoint of those who are donating money, food, medicine, clothing, toiletries, blankets, you name it, just the list goes on. Use your creative imagination. So we're nothing whatsoever like UNICEF, the Red Cross, Salvation Army, all these big, as we talked about last night, top-heavy, overly bloated bureaucracies, which 90 cents on the dollar is what they eat up. Are you kidding me? We have nothing to do with that whatsoever. Zero. How about that, folks? Zero. Why? Because all we're doing is drumming up interest in the fact that there is more that people can do, and encouraging them to be a part of a campaign, and where we can, having them get in contact with someone either directly in their area or through the interwebs, even a part-time job or full-time job. If certain people have skill sets, they're out of work, maybe they're an auto mechanic, a carpenter, a barista. I think that's what they're known as in the West. You name it. It's all about taking a can-do sort of problem-solving, solution-based attitude and approach. So there's a whole lot more we could get into, and we will here over the course of the next approximate 90 minutes or so. It's, I think, shaping up to be a pretty good one, actually, folks. We have got a handful of people on board here. So via Australia, Canada, the USA as well. I'm not sure. We had, let's just take a look here. We got to launch the Telegram, and I think Facebook is running, but oh, damn, stand by here, folks. We'll do a quick screen share. Now's the time to do it, because if we're live streaming with the music or kind of, conversation things that we've just seen now here via our end, it's one of the drawbacks to Teams. It wants to crash out and essentially crap the bed. So, all right, well, Do Better dropped out for whatever reason. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. Alan looks like he's available out of Fort Collins, Colorado. So, but everybody, come on in. We've got Alan out of Australia, Yvonne, courtesy of Coquitlam, British Columbia, Phoenix, Arizona, Sonia Galactic, of course, and Roger Hansen, West Frankfort, Illinois. Do Better, and back in the conversation. The great the state of Georgia, and yeah, Alan, who himself calls Fort Collins, Colorado home. So we're gonna try our best here and just making the rounds. And why don't we just start by introductions, folks? Because we should never assume that people listening, it's their first time engaging.
I'll jump in if you don't mind.
There you go, Alan. That's the way to do it. Assert your alpha male.
My name's Alan. Right. I'm from a place called Wonji in New South Wales, Australia. What a wonderful world we're having at the moment, eh? There's all sorts of stuff happening. I do a news show on YouTube every now and then, and I'm quite often here on WPRPN. Secret Santa time of the year. It basically means one of my fucking favourite sayings. Whoop, there's the F-bomb. Be good to each other. Did that early, didn't I? Okay, next.
Yvonne, anyone else who?
I'll jump in.
Sure, there you go, Sonia.
Sweet. Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, Sonia Galactic, and yeah, got some cool swag at galacticfire.com. Especially pirate swag, if that's how you say that. Yeah. And,
booty. Booty's another term, don't
booty,
forget.
yeah, got the booty.
Loot.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be having some Christmas stuff here coming up, some Christmas pirate stuff. Sweet. So, yeah, so just still trying to head on out of here, got my kitty at my side here, and he's doing a little better with his ordeal he's going through, but I am searching for surgeons, so we'll see what we can do to help him out here.
You're talking about Squeaky the cat.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
Squeaky the cat. Right. That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're heading out, meaning making the big move to Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Right.
Get
Good
the
stuff.
Fort Worth blues.
galacticfire.com. Don't forget to, so your merchandise, the great, the products, the items you produce via galacticfire.com. And last night we had Tracy Joy Steele drop in. She connected with us, and I'm not sure if anyone remembers Tracy Joy from years past. I know if Mr. Anderson was here, he would. There was quite a backstory to that whole business. How certain a real it was quite a year with him and Tracy as things as the history has recorded now. But and it's too bad. I hope he's doing well, Mr. Anderson. He struggled with some health problems of all various kinds, and he would be, I think, a great quality candidate for your counseling services, Harpo. So why don't we hear a bit more from you, Yvonne, and what you offer and what Christmas, just in a nutshell, means to you?
Yeah, my name's Yvonne, and just to say, Sonia, I'm not a doctor, but I played one on television. And anyways, as a counselor, we usually give you a free half hour. First half hour is free. For the Santa thing, we got a special on where you get a free hour. First hour is free.
Good deal.
So double your
Cool as
pleasure
that.
or pain. Go through the
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
And so we're doing that for the Santa and the kids.
Operation. That's right.
See?
Hashtag
Malpractice operation.
What is
Secret
it?
Santa.
What is the hashtag?
www.harpo.ca.
Yeah. What's our hashtag? That's your homepage. Yeah, that's right. What's
what
our
would
hashtag?
Jesus do? What would Santa do?
That's one. Yeah. Hashtag.
What would Robin do?
Hashtag.
I don't know.
Yeah. What would Batman do? Hashtag OSS 2025. We got to keep repeating this just so it sinks in.
Yeah.
Hashtag OSS 2025 or hashtag just WPRPN on top of that. So all right, and harpo.ca. That's great. So
and
thank you.
things are good. If things are pretty rough too, so if you guys would be willing to make a small donation to you, what's that called? PayPal, I'd be appreciated. Thank you. Good to see everybody.
What, you're struggling with rent again?
I love Down Under too. Yeah.
Are you struggling? You're having trouble with rent?
Yeah, it's rough. Our homestay from Lima, Peru left on Monday, so
yeah,
we're looking for a new homestay and looking for work.
I think a great quality candidate. Well, and your busking gig was going pretty well.
It's not too shabby. It depends on the day and what kind of mood they're in.
Yeah. The timing and location. What and the movie gigs with welcome Stephanie Wilcox, by the way. Wonderful catching us right at bedtime. She's saying here, busy, very busy these days. We love to. I think we spoke to you directly was it last year, Stephanie? Definitely in contact. So she was one of the folks that we helped out, and we challenged. Here's the way we go about it, because we play the role of, we pledge our support. I think Alan is here once again. I did see him there out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Remember, folks, when you're not talking, to mute yourselves out, or else a lot of that background noise does bleed in with the keyboards or what have you. But like, if one is of the sufficient means, they can then pledge their support to whatever extent that is. Whether it's not just monetary, but time, for example. Like I do music lessons, and I also English ESL, getting a discount. So that's part of the auction end of things, which I really think we need to have someone to help really take the take, I guess, responsibility, and work on doing the best they can and overseeing the auction end of things. They'll be provided a list. They can add to the list. People, I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with auctions, but there is typically there's an item, a good or a service, and then there's a starting bid. There's a market retail bid, like $1,000 for some really, let's say, amazing guitar, like that's it's brand new, and it's like a really top quality Gibson or something like that. So let's just say hypothetically a market value $1,000. You start the bidding at 500 or 350. Have to be work that out. So these can be goods or services, and it's basically ad hoc, as Yvonne has done. He's been quite generous and offering an extra half hour in charity support to people who are struggling with, and this is now is a time, if ever, with especially in the wake of what happened with the Reiner family via Hollyweird. He's really, him and his family have been really in my thoughts a great deal since this whole incident came to light. I had no idea that they were having issues with their son, although there was this, and it was the first time I heard about this really great movie that he and Nick worked to put together called Becoming Charlie. It's really a great movie. So far, I'm about halfway through it right now. I think it was an Amazon release, and you can get it however you choose to. I suppose, of course, we're all about Pirate Bay and their torrents. So just the poor people that we are. I mean, if we were of greater means and ability, we could just credit card, just let it run wild. But unfortunately, it's not quite the case. We're just working on getting our feet back on the ground here, recovering after all these years from the whole scamdemic. So, but you know what I'm saying there, I guess, Yvonne, with mental health and people struggling with drugs, alcohol. Not that alcohol isn't a drug. It's probably among the worst drugs that's out there, and it's legal. Hey, imagine that, eh? So keep everybody stoned and just drunk, just pissed to the gills, heavily medicated, confused, wandering around like zombies, and lost in this world as if it wasn't already enough of a samsaric maelstrom and tempest. But there's a lot that we can do. It's a tricky business, of course, and I don't know what Nick's deal was, other than he struggled, I guess, for years to get his act together. And the father, Rob Reiner, I think I guess he tried the tough love approach as best he could, as best he knew. And, he was pretty prominent in the progressive politics out of Hollywood, and the opposite side of the spectrum as to where Trump stands, I guess. So it's just one of those things where it's just so poetic, just life imitating art to the extreme. And I felt, in my heart and my mind, I'd felt something. I could, even though I didn't know anything about Nick at all and his issues, I could feel something like this coming as far as his karma was concerned. There was just something I felt for a long time intuitively. It could very well not end well for him, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if anyone's looked into it or not, but yeah, there's a big blow up at there's a Conan O'Brien Christmas party. So yeah, and there's people that overheard some it'll be interesting to see what comes to light as far as people, their testimonies as to what was being said at that time, the heated outburst. And right away, immediately when the reports came in that they had been found, the two parents found that the Reiner's friends and people that had been present, I guess, or just simply more up to speed on the whole history regarding their just the backstory and how things had gone down over the years with 20 some odd rehabs and the whole thing of him being homeless and you name it, that they called into the police saying, hey, this is the probably top of the list as far as suspects are concerned. So that's in the sense that it didn't come as a surprise to some people, I guess. So, but anyways, yeah, mental health. And if you're having problems, geez, is it too much to say, seek out, don't be afraid or ashamed to, seek out help if you're finding yourself struggling in a real serious way. And those drugs, not just the street drugs, the ones that people are addicted to, oxys or what have you, but what they issue, the prescriptions that side effects of may cause suicidal ideation, or even death, I guess.
Psych
It's like,
meds.
what?
Psych
Wait a
meds have a
minute.
lot of that.
Yeah, it's like every time it's like, oh, they went up a mass shooting. He just snapped and lost it, and just a mass, with these major shooting events, but see, and the big media, Fox and so forth, CNN, they don't like to report that angle because of a total conflict of interest. That's where they get the vast bulk amount of their funding from that industry, big pharma. So no surprise that the way even that they handled the whole scamdemic, because there's a conflict of interest, and that's just not cool, man, as maybe someone like the dude might say.
Like, imagine being a news reporter and having to report crap that is not true. I mean, that would.
Oh my God! Do you know Anderson Cooper? Do you know how much of his salary is provided to him as if he wasn't rich enough already as a Vanderbilt? Someone who looked into joining the CIA when he was younger. It turned out he's a major Mockingbird media insider. But do you know how much of his salary is courtesy of, I think it's just Pfizer alone? It's like 3/4, 2/3 or 3/4 of his salary. We're talking a lot of money.
Yeah,
So
that's right there, if you ask me.
So, okay, well, let's continue. Sorry to have it's just one of those stories. I had to get that out of the way, and within the context of what Yvonne offers, that really, and it's all done in confidence too, of course. So he's really good at respecting people's privacy, of course. Let's continue to make our way around the horn, as it were. Who's up next? Alan, or to do better, anyone, take a shot at it. The mic is yours. Nothing worse than dead air. The live stream.
Come on, Raj.
What's going
Come on,
on?
guys, get it
Roger.
together.
Yep, there we go. Two at once.
Wussy little elf. Come on,
Did he
go
just
for it.
He talked a little bit and just muted out. Dude, come on, what's up with that, Alan?
Who?
Alan.
Oh,
He just said like
oh,
two,
well.
3 words and then muted again. He's being ornery.
Okay, well, have at it, man. Come on.
I was
What's the
reading a
deal?
little bit on that Rob Reiner thing just a second ago, and it's actually pretty interesting. They said an hour before he was arrested, he was caught on camera going into a convenience store just across the street from where he was arrested. I guess he was in a hotel down on the Santa Monica Pier, and that's where they're investigating, find out where exactly he was during the time of his dad and mom's death.
Is he talking?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Is he? No. Is he copying? Is he saying? Is he
No,
admitting his guilt?
He when he went in, he didn't make a guilty plea or any kind of plea for the first appearance.
I'm sorry, he did or didn't?
He didn't. No. And
Damn.
the store that he went into was just less than a block away from the train station where he would have had to have gotten off of. I actually spent a lot of time homeless where they're talking about right there. When I
Oh, you know the streets of
yeah,
downtown LA and Hollywood.
well, particularly Santa Monica and Venice Beach.
Yeah.
It's really
Hey, how about that,
interesting
eh?
because like right here is an area where you can easily kind of get lost. You know what I'm saying? Like there's I don't see.
What do you mean? What do you mean lost?
Like
How
I
so?
don't see them being able to track his steps exactly where he's been, maybe because like there's just too much. There's too much alibi. He could come up with so many different alibis.
Well, yeah, but there's also DNA too, right?
Right. That would be the
Like,
only way they could really
good
bust
luck.
him.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We'll see.
I was looking at the little video footage because the camera caught him on the gas station, and it's like I know exactly where they're talking about right there.
How did the daughter, because she apparently discovered the couple. Maybe she had been trying to call and there was no answer or what have you, but she discovered them about like 3:30 in the morning. Do you know how that all came about?
It says that Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner was found, I believe it was in the morning, and they went on to talk about the County of Los Angeles medical examiner who recorded the deaths in public database. They said that they died on Sunday, and that the cause was multiple sharp force injuries. The records also confirm what the police had said, that Reiners were the victims of a homicide that occurred inside their home. But that's basically
Any sign of forced entry or robbery?
I from what I've read so far on this, no, it doesn't show anything of that nature.
Yeah, interesting that there had been reported a loud argument between the two of them just like the night before at Conan O'Brien's. I don't know if that's an annual Christmas party or what exactly, and who knows what words were exchanged between the two of them. This wouldn't have been the first time either that they had exchanged heated words. I think there was a long-standing, just as far as their relationship was concerned, that it happened at least semi-routine basis. So there's, check that, look it, if you get a chance. Becoming Charlie. I think it came out in 2015, so that's like 10 years ago, but it's pretty wild. How true to life it is exactly, it's anyone's guess. It's really an amazing movie to this point, and I'm not sure if it's an exclusive Amazon release or what, but it runs a little more than 90 minutes, and it's well worth checking out, especially for anyone that's either currently suffering with addictions, mental health issues. Hopefully it's not too much for them to take in and absorb, or people that have come out of it, such as yourself, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look it up if you want, and then maybe provide us with a synopsis. That's just in a few minutes. So, but who else have we? And Roger Hansen on Minds, correct? The World of Weirdness.
The Wonderful World of Weirdness. You can find
There you
that
go.
on Discord, and so I'm on minds.com as Roger_Hansen.
Yep, that's right. And this Christmas for you, I'm not sure how you how did last year's Christmas go with you and your family? Anything like the special dinner or any gifts for your brother and your mom were all living together at your house, is that right? Last year?
My mom and dad, and me and my
Oh, your
brother.
dad's there with you too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How's he doing?
He's doing a lot better than I thought he would. he seems to be
Oh,
handling it pretty good. So
so was he expecting? I didn't know that your father was there with you. I had no
yeah,
idea. So, and do you guys have a good relationship?
yeah.
Oh,
Me and my
that's
mom and
that's great.
dad were all here. We me and my mom, we were always just kind of not really like we didn't have that great of a relationship. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I took care of her. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
it's a weird kind of relationship. That's all I can say. Like if you ever have the chance where you're in a position of taking care of your parent, it's not about having a good or bad relationship. It's just you know you love your mom. You do whatever you need to do to make sure she's okay.
I guess so.
You
That's
know.
right. So,
So I mean, it
yeah,
just and I didn't realize that until after she passed away. It's like there's just something inside of a person's instincts, if they're a normal human being, where they just can't turn away from their parents.
right.
I'd never
Yeah,
give up any of the time I spent with her.
right. Yeah. All right. So, and don't forget, keep, remind me that, don't let me forget, I've still got some special little things that on top of the musical, the link to the music folder, which if you get the time, have the interest, if you've come around a little bit and with the grieving and mourning process, that maybe the music you'll find helpful, in listening to. So, uh,
Roger's been
uh,
making some really awesome music himself. I
is he
mean,
making those songs
I
that I've got two
yeah,
tunes that he sent to me that
yeah, they're pretty cool.
I can sing along to those too. I was like, the key is okay. So, but
One
I
of
don't
them
know.
was just I was just bawling. It was just like, wow,
Where
it's
do we
crazy.
get the words, man? Like, did you write the words to those? Are they AI generated?
I write them first, and I put them into Chat GPT so that they can make freaking better lyrics. Because my writing isn't really all that great.
Well, frickin' A. Huh?
So
Frickin' A.
I let it correct all the stuff for me, and then I put it into the music and let it do it.
All right.
Found a
Good
really
job.
good voice for it.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good stuff. Well, thank you. Who do we have up there next? Frederick, Alan
Hey
Tankan.
now,
Oh,
Hey
do
now.
better. Okay,
you got
let's
do
hear it,
better.
Chris.
Yeah. It's do better or at Chris Do Good minds.com. And yeah, check me out on Minds. Hit me up. Wanna connect and collaborate, whatever. Have a further conversation about things that I discuss on here, and yeah, what's up?
do better,
What
man, dude.
It's awesome.
Do
He's
better.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Do better.
what can you say about? Let's hear your thoughts on Christmas. Then your memories of Christmas, what it means to you. What's taking place? We talked, I guess, last night it was about the soup kitchens and the homeless shelters, of course, or just any campaigns that are taking place in your local vicinity, I guess, just south of Atlanta, is where you're based out of. The drug, you the state of affairs, as far as I'm not sure how the gangs operate in that area, street drugs and all that sort of thing. But
Yeah, that's like reiterating the same stuff we talked about. But I think something interesting I haven't heard about. I just looked up the mystery of the lemon-shaped planet. Anybody heard about that?
oh God, no.
No.
Dude, tell me
What?
about it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
This is cool.
So I guess space discovery. James Webb Telescope identified a lemon-shaped exoplanet with atmosphere made of helium and carbon, challenging our current theory on how planets are formed.
Huh. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wonder if you
Yes.
squeezed it, if it would leak lemon juice.
Get a lemon juice guy.
That'd be kind of cool. Maybe hey, maybe that's the origins of the is lemon a fruit or a vegetable?
It's a
I
fruit.
think it's a fruit.
Well, anyway, it could be.
Gotta be.
Wouldn't it be interesting if that turned out to be the origins of the lemon, that it came from that planet? It's like gas and it's like yellow. You have like a
That's how I
broccoli
got helium
planet,
here and everything. Like,
pumpkin planet. That'd be weird. He could write a goofy story along those lines, I guess. But
There's a marshmallow
the
planet
next,
out.
has anybody heard about international peace effort called the Year of Peace and Trust?
with
Initiative?
Trump at the helm, sure. Who hasn't heard about that? Of course, he's leading the charge, right? Trump. He's the head of
I
the
don't
Peace
remember.
Council.
Let's see.
Very peaceful guy.
Yeah. Oh God.
Has been
Hey.
designated by the UN as International Year of Peace and Trust. While there is tensions regarding trade and tariffs between U.S. and countries like India, Mexico, there are also active peace efforts. For instance, high-level talks are currently taking place in, I don't know that name, can't pronounce that. It's for Rio de, I don't know.
Rio de Janeiro.
Involving Sudan. No, it ain't that one. That's something else. Yeah.
Okay.
Raidan or some shit.
Yeah.
And then Sudan and Saudi Arabia to find a path towards stability in the region. So that's interesting.
Okay, well, who knows? Best of luck to them then. In the meantime, more, a little more close to home, we're gonna unleash the treasure chest over in D Live before we get cut off and the stream gets taken down again. Reverend Jim suggested this to us the other day, and last night we, in fact, and thank you, by the way, Reverend Jim, for the donation of the paper crane. We're going to open up the treasure chest here. And last night, Roger, you were the recipient of, what was it, some 250, nearly 300 diamonds. Is that right? I believe so. But it's interesting to note that how they've depreciated in value. Maybe just Reverend Jim can set us straight on this. Hello to Amos Dale and Sonia. We see you now over on D Live as well, which seems to be our most active live streaming platform. And especially when you mention the treasure chest, it's for some strange reason, there's suddenly this interest that seems to appear from out of nowhere.
I've been there the whole time. I just it's the only platform I can watch on now because YouTube.
Okay, yeah. All right, so here we go, and we're going to give this a shot and keep you abreast of what's taking place over there as we try to multitask, sharing groups, sharing the show info to groups on Facebook, and we're going to try to tag a few more people on Twitter and do all we can here so that we don't overload the device that we're live streaming off of. Working on getting that Linux in place here during the new year with Roger. I guess you've got a bit of a handle on that. We can download something onto a thumb drive, I suppose, and we'll send you that screenshot later. We gave it to Mark, who hasn't got back to us yet, but we'll see if we can hack in and get the job done. But what the heck is going on now? There should be a countdown. We're not seeing it. Did somebody? Oh, well, we added 50 diamonds to the chest. What's going on? Why is nothing being offered to the public? Well, hang on. Distribute rewards. I guess that'll do it. So let's see. Oh, here we go. So 25 seconds, folks. That's all you've got to oh geez, look at that. We suddenly have nearly 20 people on D Live. So that's the way to do it. It's like, yeah, I told you every time it's like, oh, we got treasure, man. So get over there.
I can't get
So-
nobody to come on there when I try to empty my chest, dude. Nobody's ever freaking on there. It's like,
DK, well, they will be over time. Don't worry. So just keep at it and remember to breathe. DK Spiracy. Oh, Roger Hansen again.
Look at
Top of the
that.
list, cat. Go figure. It's like the guy who never wins anything. He's griping and
never,
complaining.
dude. Amos
Yeah,
got
well,
some too. He got like
2
nine-
nights. Oh, you got
got
close to 20.
Uh,
Let's bring things over the screen share onto you guys. We'll put a hold on, sharing things, sharing the
You
group
know,
shares.
You know what that actually is, though, right? That's authentic views right there. It says 16 on there for me, but then only 2 of us are there to collect the rewards.
Uh-huh.
That right there tells
I have
me that me and Amos are authentic views.
I have no idea, but DK
I think Sonia's
Spiracy,
pretty
thanks for
authentic. She probably just got
dropping by.
freaking up on the mouse.
Is that what it is? You got to click on the.
Yeah, you got to be
to grab
pretty
it?
quick on the mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a little under 15 minutes here before we're gonna our first the portion of this, tonight's or wherever you happen to be around the world. Maybe it's this morning's or this afternoon's live streaming edition of Operation Secret Santa Day 4. Basically, concludes. We'll relaunch things for at least another 30 minutes, trying to keep it to around 90 minutes per show.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I need to get some rest. I gotta get up early, and appreciate y'all having me. And I'll see you next time. And yeah,
Whenever you're available, yeah, it's
Later,
always a
Chris.
pleasure, man. Peace out.
later.
Happy
Y'all
sailing.
Later, do
All right.
better.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
Later.
come back with some more Christmas news and stories. That's what it's all about.
All right,
So
all right, all
keep
right.
your ears peeled. Yeah.
Bye, humbug. Merry
Oh
Christmas.
God. Oh jeez. Yeah.
Bye. Later.
Yeah. All right.
Later.
Happy sailing. Okay, so we have a little more than 10 minutes. DK Spiracy is out there. We did promise him. We said, look, man, like, because he's up and down. He's back and forth. He's cool, then he just loses his shit. So we don't know what to do. But we did say
Give
with
him a go,
Christmas.
mate. Give him a go.
Oh no, yeah. As long as he doesn't start
Maybe
dissing
the
us in the
next-
as long as he
the
doesn't
next
start dissing us in the comment section, freaking out. Because if he does, it's like no. But if he's cool and just go with the flow, then fine, no big deal.
I think
So
you've been a bit paranoid, Jeffy. Don't worry.
who
trust,
him or
trust
me?
the plan.
Yeah. Well, you do. Yeah. Well,
That's
steer the
right, Ellen.
no, you steer. We're all part of the plans. But do you know the word? Do you know what the word cyber means? Like it's cyberspace and cybernaut and cybersecurity.
Yeah,
Do you know what cyber means? It's an old Greek term.
No, I don't.
It means nobody, anyone.
It means cybernetic super saiyan.
What does it mean in plain English?
It means cyber saiyans from Super Galactic Federation of Cybernetic Synthesis.
Well, you're just now getting all goofy and esoteric on us.
Yeah, I
There's no
know.
need for that.
I'll work on that.
I like it. Yeah,
Oh, who's that?
I'll go with that.
Yeah, it means simply to govern or to steer. So, as in, for example, a ship. A ship. You're cyber. You're choosing, and you're steering. You're steering. In with click on the mouse. Click on the mouse. Click on the mouse.
I'm on Google that.
You know. Oh no! Don't. Why are you using Google? Go DuckDuckGo. Google that. Okay, Alex Jones. Just gonna Google it. Alex Jones. He's like, all about fighting the good fight. It's InfoWars here. We're doing all we can to take a stand. And it's like, I'll just Google it. How about DuckDuckGo, bro? Come on.
Right.
And here's the thing. Thank you for reminding me. We are challenging Alex Jones. We're challenging Tim Pool who else? Give me some names. Steven Crowder, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, great guy. But there's more that they could do. Now, I'm sure Tucker was recently in Qatar, and it was great that he went there, and he made the point. And I'm sure he made some private, as it tells us in the Bible, that really ideally we should do, to not make a big spectacle of things when you engage in charity. That's why this is called Operation Secret Santa. You reserve the right to remain private regarding, as far as your interaction with others is concerned, or if you're on the receiving end, sometimes it's a little shameful or embarrassing. It's like, yeah, I'm poor, I don't have anything, man. It's a struggle for me here now. So, but we're challenging all these big shots, these high rollers, Dave Rubin, Red Ice Creations, they're all out there. And why don't they do more? Are they all doing something? We just don't hear about it. If so, I'd like to know, like Springsteen, for example. There's a long history of him. I think maybe, I'm not sure about the Stones, don't know about Dylan, but Springsteen, he quietly goes about not making a big show or deal of it, because that's the way that ideally we should be doing these things, where we can manage. And reaching out and helping people. He selectively sponsors folks throughout the year who maybe their furnaces broke down. I've heard stories about this where, in Jersey, his home state, the Garden State, I guess they call it, like their furnaces break down and they're struggling with heat and so forth, and he's an angel in human form, and not necessarily a hell's angel either, but he's helping people out throughout the course of the year. And I'm sure Christmas is a big deal for him too, and he does a lot of great work, and it's good karma, man. It's good karma. Everyone knows what karma means, right? There you go. Hey, you're a good student. Roger. Yeah, exactly. It's real simple. It's not tricky or sophisticated. Sometimes you have people go on for quite some time, like trying to get really elaborate in their explanation. Just keep, action. So that's it. That's karma, huh? Yeah, that's quite something. So anyways, we got 10 more minutes. We have an auction component here. Yvonne has done great. It's a great offering that he's put out there on the table. What more do you have, maybe, Yvonne, to say? We can't hear you, by the way. You're muted out. I'm not sure. It's like, I think we saw your lips moving. You're muted out. But as far as mental health, drug, substance addiction, oh, he's on the phone. I think he's on the phone talking to someone. Looks like he's on the phone. He's got a little. Is it a piece on the side? Is that what they call it?
You can call it that.
Today, our adult students, one of my guys, he's a firefighter. He came in. He's like, hey, teacher, beaver. And he's like, busy beaver and eager beaver. And then he's kind of beating around the bush, if you'll excuse the pun, the slang of what, beaver is in English, and as we know, it's, what is a beaver? Anyone? Usually guys are good at this. Beaver slang referring to what?
Beavers have to do with like a squeaky puss with teeth.
Squeaky puss? What are you talking about?
Hunting down your squeaky puss in the backyard because.
Whoa. Oh, geez, I've never heard.
Oh my gosh, Roger, this is what I was talking about earlier. These guys.
His weirdness.
Their craziness, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've
come
up with like a cool freaking story, dude. I'm gonna write about Squeaky, the squeaky puss with freaking bad teeth that's roaming in the backyard.
Do you guys want to do some karaoke? I've got a Blue Christmas, actually. We did that in class today. I'd like to try that. The Elvis, the key that he does it in actually is let's see if we can turn this off here. That's not what we're looking for. What is it doing that for? Sometimes this VLC player is really wonky, but we've got, is it, hang on a second. Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle Bell Rock.
No.
That's a song that really bothers you. You're not down with Jingle Bell Rock.
just-
So, and now's your chance, Roger. Don't forget, we have a video on Nicholas of Myra. We're going to cue that up after the break. We have to do that. Really, Saint Nicholas of Myra. Although I thought it was Myrna, but anyways, out there
Well, I mean, my whole
Smyrna.
my whole argument
Turkey.
on that was about like, okay, yeah, Nicholas might have been a good reference, but it doesn't account for the reindeers or the tree.
What are you going on about, man?
Like the tree and the reindeers, like that's
Yeah, or the Amanita muscaria mushroom. Yeah, the reindeer flying high on mushrooms. Is that what you're talking about?
well, just the reindeers for Christmas. That's 100% Indo-European. So is the
How
Christmas
so?
tree. Well, the world tree was first on a mountain, and then it transferred to either a deer or it was on a horse. Whichever region of Europe you were in, it changed, but the reindeer was a symbol for the old pagan ways.
Schleppnir.
Yeah.
Schleppnir, Odin's reindeer, Schleppnir. Is that right? Something like that.
And then the Christmas tree by itself, I mean, that right there is 100% world tree, man. I mean,
yeah. Like Yggdrasil, the tree, the druids. Check out I've got something really cool posted. Still trying to queue up this Christmas music, but regarding the tree, in fact, we could bring that up here on. I can't believe, is this computer really overloading right now? But the pagan origins of the tree and Christmas and its many facets as well too. And pagan is a word like what? Here's we talked about karma meaning simply action. What about? I'll try to mess with there we go. That works. Let's bring up on our fake book page, which they shut us down the other day. They were on the verge of deleting our entire here we go, right here. Pagan origins of the Christmas tree. An evergreen tree was brought into the home to worship nature, seasonal cycles, hope and renewal during winter. Okay, there's more here. Just bear with us, folks. The tree was adorned with fruits, especially apples, to symbolize fertility, abundance, and the sun. Candles to symbolize light returning after darkness. Now that's central to what we're all about here, our mandate, if you will, and what drives us, what inspires us, the keepers of the sacred flame. It just came to me the other day, a couple days ago, that although we had reflected upon this in a few of the years past, like following, because you've got to have that sacred flame protected, right? Or else, it's just not good in the deep, dark depths of winter. If you don't have warmth, either as a fire or in your heart, that's why these hot toddies are so great. I really love them. That they just a bit of a glow. You get warm. You warm yourself up a little bit. So gold and red ornaments. Pardon me?
Old drunk.
What do you mean old drunk?
Sitting back drinking hot toddies, dude.
Yeah, and then talking shit about other motherfuckers.
Dude, think about it. Like when you thought about your grandma, freaking, what did you think? Grandma sitting back drinking hot toddies.
It's a total. I get it. That's a total old lady. I kind of like it. What else we got?
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was cool. Freaking. I love that. He'll be back on here in a minute, but I think I've still got D Live going, so all I got to do is unmute and hit play.
We're gonna our first.
About other motherfuckers.
Like, I mean, dude, think about it. Like, when you thought about your grandma, freaking, what did you think? Grandma sitting back drinking hot toddy.
Yeah, it's a total. I get it. That's a total old lady kind. I kind of like
Yeah.
it. What else are you got? There's no eggnogs. It's like they're hot toddies. Oh, so what, man? It's like, and it's. Did we just? I think we just lost teams. So, that's not a problem. We'll be back here momentarily, but before that, let's wrap up and finish here. You can only run an hour each segment with teams. They shut you down. That's why we've got to launch StreamYard. I think it's a little different story over there, and they're more consistent. So, gold and red ornaments to symbolize solar energy, life force, and protection. Bells were hung on the limbs to chime when helpful spirits were near and to disrupt negative energies. Oh, I never knew this. This is pretty far out. A pentagram. Oh, scary. Was placed atop the tree to represent the 5 elements. Well, that kind of makes sense. I guess Satanists or who would you would invert the star, put it upside down, which actually makes more sense, really, from the standpoint of catching. You capture the energy. If it's down in the position that you see it currently, it's like the horseshoe. You want the horseshoe to be placed in an upward position. You don't want it down, because if it's an upward like this, like a U, you're catching the good luck, right? That's the whole idea. Whereas inverted and down, it's all you're losing your luck. For people that are superstitious, those old pagan superstitions. Pagan, by the way, people, in case you're not aware, simply meaning country person. That's it. That was the original meaning. Country person, as I like to say, within the context of this, all roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. And look no further, need not look no further than, the term propaganda. Propaganda. Wordplay. We love wordplay around here, of course. So, but anyways, let's see if we can reconnect with the gang over on Teams and bring them back in the conversation. I'm going to step away if I can manage to here and refresh and top off the toddy while we continue for maybe another half hour or so. And then right after we wrap up, we've got to get busy once again here on this end. And hopefully you too.
And I say that in a good way. It's highly innovative, revolutionary. Whoops, we made a mistake and called Do Better. I hope that doesn't. That was not our intention. So, but some people, they're not available here for whatever reason. Oh, there's DK Spiracy. He's on board, so maybe give him a shout and see if we can connect with him. See what kind of mood he's in. Mark Edworthy out of the UK. Roger, got you. DK, are you there? Looks like you may be. Hello.
What's damn it, what's playing? Shit, give me a sec.
Mr. Butterworth. Are you worth your butter in salt or what?
It's Butterfield, bro.
Close enough. That's the same thing.
Hey, DK,
Butterworth,
good to see you.
Butterfield.
Hey, Sonia, how you doing?
Good.
Buttercup.
G'day, mate.
He's
Hey,
Buttercup.
Alan. Hey, Roger.
Hey, welcome, DK. I love your brain. So who's this? Is that yours or
That's a
Einstein?
T-shirt. That's a T-shirt, actually.
Yeah.
It's close to. That was the one that you couldn't quite get.
Yeah.
So
Oh
close
shit!
to-
Hang on. Sorry, guys.
Jaffe,
And
can you call me
you're-
back?
You're muted
I
out.
want to go on my laptop, not my phone.
Oh, well,
Okay.
okay, sure. Try to connect and come back in just on your own. I think you can do it. So just drop out,
Okay, I
come
see
back
it now.
in. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. sorry guys and girls, we were kind of just that first little bit there. We reconnected. We were muted out. So, Davin Butterfield, if I've got it correct here,
Yeah, man.
a little bird told me came along.
That's all right. I've been doxed all over the place. It's like too late for me to give a shit.
Right. Well, hey, you put yourself out there. What do you expect? It's the same thing for all of us, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah,
all right.
I got doxed when I went out to protests and when I shut down that mobile jab clinic and shit. It wasn't so much for what I did online. It was for what I actually went out and did. That was what got me doxed.
Okay. Let's hear about you, and we're gonna get you on camera here too, everybody. Let's hear about like what Christmas, what Christmas means to you, your history. Like you've got a couple kids, DK. I don't think Alan does. My kids are my students, really, and
DK's got one. I've got. I had a stepson.
Yeah, I had a few like almost stepdaughters. We didn't marry, but I was with her for like 6 years. So I got like a few stepdaughters and an extra stepson as well.
Okay, well, the point is with Christmas, with these kids, do you maintain relations and a bond? Do you try to reach out to them and no,
they all hate me at the moment. I'm a conspiracy theorist and shit.
I see.
It was all good like when they were younger and stuff, but yeah, once my son started getting to like teenage years, so he just started hating everything that I was doing.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, come on. That's just pretty much the same with all of us, right? Just
the worst part is when he turned 13 was when they started doing the lockdowns and shit.
And he kind of swallowed the scamdemic Kool-Aid.
Well, it was also the fact that like he couldn't go out and play with friends.
Oh yes. Well, but, and that's
like that stuff. That's that stunted development, the arrested development thing. I watched it actually happen in real life.
Right.
They reached basically 5 years of like basically his whole teenage years.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yes. Although I'll say, like as a parent, that's one thing where it's total, the way that it was approached with gotta stay inside. Stay away from the sun too, whatever you do, of course. Just stay, just don't get out and that healthy vitamin D, because Bill Gates has got your back. He's got your interest here. He wants to block.
They indoctrinated him with the masks as well. He felt he had to wear masks everywhere because he had to wear it at school all day. So I mean, at least he was still like, I mean, there were like periods of lockdown and shit. Like 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there, 4 weeks there, all that bullshit. But he was like, other than that, he was still going to school, but he had to wear a mask all the time. Then after that, he just didn't want to take the mask off whenever we went outside. So he felt he had to wear the fucking thing everywhere.
Oh, there's the one.
Here's my first one. Yeah.
The complimentary F-bomb.
Yeah, it's my first one. Yeah.
Well, you keep them coming because that just means more. If ever there was a time, it's now, of course, that we really need that charity income via the potty mouth swear jar.
By the way, you should definitely go on to Rumble because it's already paying me.
That's right.
I hear you, and it's just something that we got to work out. We need a technical producer, man. It's as simple as that. I can only do so much. Other than that, I just say I throw my hands up in the air and say.
Someone offered on your Discord channel.
Oh, they offered to help out?
Yeah, check your Discord channel.
Who? That would be infamous. That would be Roger, maybe. Infamous?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Roger was infamous, but yeah.
Well, he's
so he's offered to help run the Rumble channel, and there's and there's like no censorship there.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's YouTube. Like we're banned. They've done this 3 years in a row now with YouTube and Facebook messing with us. There was like Mr. Anderson a couple of years ago. He boosted our content. He paid them like, I don't know, $20-25 or something, and they refused to accept it. They would not allow it to happen. So clearly, it's a little odd. So that's one of the reasons.
That's really random. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So Christmas.
But the thing is,
Yule.
like, it actually pays as well. Like,
Oh yeah, well that's I tell you what, that's great, but really it's secondary as far as I'm circumcised.
well, no,
That
but I
we-
mean, if just save it up for the year and put it in towards the Secret Santa at the end of the
Oh
year.
yeah, no, I would love that, and if Roger can help
Well-
out, that would be
Well, that's
spectacular.
I mean, I stream 24/7, but
Uh-huh.
I'm getting like about $30 a month and getting
Oh, yeah.
well, I think this one's up to like what did I do? What did I check? 1.46K. And this has only been 4 days. That's up to 1.46K
okay. Yeah,
of people who've actually turned up to the live stream. You know,
Yes.
this isn't like later watchers. This is people who turn up while I'm live.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
He's got
And
hooked in with Pool is what it was. Tim Pool's done hooked you up, and you're good to go.
Tim Pool did what?
Nah,
Tim Pool's got.
I don't even watch that. I've only ever watched one of his shows, and I caught it by accident when he had Marjorie Taylor Greene on.
Yeah.
And it was when she admitted that she had shares in Johnson & Johnson.
Yep. I've got to admit though, one show that he does sponsor that I really do get into is that inverted universe or whatever they call it. That one that me and you go on to, DK, where those two always, that guy off of his shows runs it. Inverted.
What did they talk?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Inverted universe.
That's something that Tim Pool backs. Is that right?
One of the guys.
One of the people on his show does it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. He has people call in to Zoom and just tell their stories, and he does really good. I mean, he gets more attention from the chat area than what he does from the actual stream.
Excellent. Yeah. So, okay, good stuff.
Honestly, it's just something to really think about it. D-Live pushed me out for a reason, so they were screwing me anyway. So I wasn't getting anything off D-Live, but the only thing that was keeping me there was the number of followers my channel had.
Twitch shut us down. They kicked us off, as did Discord for a couple of years, and then they finally let us back on. So I'm not sure what to do with Twitch, but
I can get back on Twitch.
You can or can't?
Twitch won't let me back on my account. They've said they emailed me and said I'm allowed back. Because I've got a different phone number. Right. They're not allowing me to change the phone number and make that associated with the account. It just puts me in some loop sort of thing where I just go round and round to about 3 different sites, then end up back where I started. So it's not actually letting me get back on. Even though I said it would.
So goes the Technocracken. Hashtag Technocracken.
That's why I love
I gotta head out
with you guys, man, because you guys just trip me out. Like
I get to freshen up my coffee. I'll be back in just a flash here. You guys go at it. Try to keep the focus on Christmas, okay? Shift gears, shift focus, and because it'd be great if we could. What? Who is that? Was that
everything down under there, Alan?
Yeah, since my son left, it's like
Alan?
Christmas doesn't really matter as much.
Oh yeah,
as
I'm
it
here.
used to.
Mate, you go and do your thing, mate. I've got a bit of an announcement to tell the other guys.
All right.
Yeah. It's something to do with Secret Santa. I'm a bit of a Secret Santa.
Oh my.
And I have a leather belt with World Pirate.
What? Oh my God. That's
Network.
so cool. Holy
Certainly.
It's 40 inches or about 102 centimeters, right?
It's cool.
And the idea is, if someone can prove to me they've given $200 to a charity somewhere, I'll send them the belt.
Wow.
That's size 40.
Thank you.
Cool.
That's very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. $200, I reckon, to some charity that's worthwhile. Because that's basically what a belt like that would be worth if you're going to buy it.
Leather, eh?
maybe 150, say 150. Up to
Yeah.
200, whatever.
There
But
you
yeah,
go.
if someone can do that, yeah,
Not this
maybe
year.
should have waited till Jeffy got back.
That's all good.
Anyway,
The yeah, my
awesome.
wife and I were down under a couple of years back. We're
Yeah.
clearing customs in Melbourne,
Yep.
and the guy at the customs shop, he looked at my passport, said, "So, do you have a criminal record? Like, why you still need one to get in here?" And yeah, I sang and played at the Golgong. I played at the Golgong Folk Festival. Sang
Golgong,
and
yeah, I
played
know
guitar there.
Golgong.
Yeah,
It's near.
played there. They had a folk
Yeah.
festival.
It's near
One of the
Mudgee.
performers.
It's near
Yeah,
Mudgee.
right next to Mudgee, wine country.
Yeah.
Out in the bush. It was hot.
Yeah,
Oh my
beautiful
gosh.
world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Kangaroos.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little fact
I love
about
Australia.
Golgong.
There for a month.
One of our famous poets, I can't remember his name at the moment, but him and the town was on the $10 bill. The original
That's
$10
right.
bill
The
we had. It was
$10 bill hotel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah. Great little town. Really narrow streets. They're like, yeah, really narrow. It's, hey mate, it's seriously old school. That town's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
You should see
Very
the gutters.
charming.
The gutters are like this high. They're massive.
Yeah,
They're all stone.
not cars.
Yeah. I loved
yeah,
I loved
well,
Golgong.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
really
great
pretty.
horses. Yeah,
Very charming.
yeah. But I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, a horse and cart wouldn't be able to turn around in the main street. The main street's like, it's like a
True.
2-lane road. Barely.
Alan, where are
And
you?
Wanji.
Where the heck is that?
You know Newcastle?
Yeah.
Not there. No, just south of Newcastle.
Okay.
Yeah, so like 100 k's from Sydney.
Yeah. No, we almost went to Newcastle. We were so tired. We just stopped at Sydney, unfortunately. Would have been nice.
Yeah, well, no. Mate, there's some beautiful country north of Sydney, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good
a
people.
lovely place.
Yeah. Hope to visit again one
Hey,
day.
mate,
I
New
want to get
Zealand's
out to
pretty good
Perth.
too.
Where?
Yeah, I plan to do that one day.
New Zealand.
Yeah, it's pretty rainy here. Vancouver, we got flooding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally floods in Australia. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get well, we're a pretty big continent, so we get our fair share of alternate weather.
Yeah.
And occasionally you get weather weapons and a few chemtrails and all those sort of things that we're all used to by now.
Certainly. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
Go on.
Sonia, how you doing, dear? Last time I saw you were stoned.
Really?
She got
okay?
stoned
You
and she
better?
forgot.
Recovered?
Well,
Stoned and-
I
Just kidding.
would say that being stoned would be better as well. So it's not like it's not better.
You get really manic when you're
Or
stoned.
I just get
It's
really
probably-
You get the
psychic,
munchies.
and
It's the
just,
sativa. It's probably the
kinda out there.
sativa.
Tell you
It
what.
might be the indica,
Don't
you know, too.
It does this. It does it with me. Indica is like my sister. The way she put it, I didn't know this, but it's in the couch.
Yeah.
Just like
That's what they say.
In
That's
the
what
couch
they-
potato.
it knocked me out, man. In Canada, I just
Sure.
usually I was just
Definitely healing for sure. So
She
So-
always gets me on chat until like 5 in the morning, and then while she's there,
There
she's
was, like,
getting drunk
one or
and
two
drunk and
times.
drunk, dude. Like,
you know
every
what?
time.
just a person drinks
look.
doesn't mean they're getting
All right.
drunk. Or,
Okay, listen up, folks.
It's not
Listen.
fair. Sonia hasn't
Pe-
rang me
hello?
for ages.
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me?
Oh, big pig.
Testing. Testing.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Sorry about that.
Hello? Nobody?
Yeah,
Yeah, don't talk while I'm interrupting. Yeah, go ahead.
Testing, testing.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, because just trying to, once again, the producer of the show, Christmas, a bit of a tie-in and kind of steering things back, sequitur,
Start.
shifting gears, focus to CBDs,
Have you
CHC.
made any x-rays fun yet?
Yes.
Right. even you, Jeffy, have you made any Christmas merch?
We're getting ready to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the
So
A bit late for
yeah,
that. Christmas is next week.
CBDs and
Yeah, hey.
there was a woman struggling with cancer a couple years ago. Actually, a few. There's a couple, and we only had a limited amount. And I think it was, gosh, I wonder, was it Reverend Jim who helped sponsor them? But there's a certain amount that he purchased, and half of it went to one person, the other half to another. And you know, they just really appreciated it. It was something that just kind of came up from out of the blue, and it's a can-do kind of ad hoc. You know, ad hoc meaning that's Latin, folks. It's not that complicated. It just means for this reason. So, you know, you're just kind of working with the situation, problem solving. Something that Do Better was talking about the other night, and really I think it's important to reflect upon, because that's what we're here for. Not so much just general, you know, gossip and the politics. I'm trying to, as bad, because I know I'm as bad as anyone else as far as getting sucked into that. It's a total tar baby, of course, endless, just the nonsense of politics this and politics that. But yeah, it really, you know, it helped to ease their suffering. And that's what, if you look at from the Buddhist standpoint, that's what it's all about. Whatever it takes to help people with their suffering. Sometimes it's a karmic 2x4, you know, wake up, dumbass, and then, you know, the tough love approach. And then other times it's more just practical and really genuinely powerfully compassionate. There was this ancient sect, Yvonne, you might be interested in looking into this. Not only the 900-year epoch that so few people know about or hear about ever, of so-called Greco-Buddhism, which I believe Christ was the high point, the high, I guess you say, watermark. He was a zenith. But there is a group called the Therapeutae, like as in therapy, or the Therapeutae, if you want to look that up. Maybe Roger will. It's kind of up his alley. So Therapeutae, P-E-U-T-A-E. And you know what Pute means? It means, it's French for to be able to. So essentially, these people were able to, they were committed to, they were like healers, of which you hear that about Christ a lot, don't you? I mean, I think we all have. He's like, whoa, this is a miracle healing. It's like he was very educated, presumably, and knowledgeable in the area of herbs and natural solutions, clearly, including even things as that we see these days, maybe some people as taboo, or das ist verboten, the hallucinogens or psychedelics, which sometimes people need, the Amanita muscaria or weed or what have you. But even as the green herb, have I given you all things as meat, straight out of Genesis, you know.
And
So
Jeffy,
yeah,
sorry to interrupt.
raising your
Alan,
hand, that's good stuff. Yeah, it's okay.
Alan, he has something for the Santa Claus. Sorry.
Bring your camera down, bro. Just a little bit. Yvonne, bring your camera
like
down.
that,
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead,
I
Alan.
like that, but yeah.
Show him the
Right,
belt.
Gabby?
What is it?
Well,
What's up?
my idea is to, I have a leather belt. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
World Pirate Radio Podcast Network.
Yeah,
It's
good.
40-inch.
Thank you.
And I'm willing to mail it to anybody in the planet who wants to show me proof that they've spent at least $150, $200 towards some worthwhile charity.
In the planet or on
yeah.
the planet? Like Hollow Earth dwellers, or
Is that U.S. dollars or Aussie dollars or?
I'm not sure about those Hollow Earth dwellers, but those of us on the surface, be it
151.
round or flat.
surface
Now,
dwellers?
but someone, yeah, it's a 40-inch belt. It's a pretty good one, as you can tell. I think you got one yourself, haven't you, Jaffy?
That's right.
And
Indeed.
and well, there's my little contribution to the Secret Santa this year. I'll send this belt to anyone, and as long as they sort of can prove that they did something good for someone.
That's right.
Should
That's the
be
way
easy
to
enough
do
to
it.
do.
Yeah, helping people out.
Like,
Thanks,
it
Alan.
can be proof to either me or to Captain Sinclair, because let's face it, he's the overarching boss here, isn't he?
Architect or director, just trying to have things organized as best we can. It's complicated, trust me.
Facilitator.
But you know what?
Yeah,
You all can launch your own campaign, and that's what Alan is doing. That's what he's doing, and anyone that helps to share the links or get the word out, that's what you're doing. Or like DK maybe, or Roger helps to rebroadcast. Like ideally, Roger, I'm not sure, you were doing this one year where we would do a show, and then you would live stream it after. You would a copy of what we'd done, but then you would maybe kind of add a little commentary. I think Sonia was in there with you, was she not?
Second year, that's when she came in, was last year, and then the first year is when I did it with Bob Dub and Mark and Tam.
Oh yeah, Bob Dub, right. We gotta get in touch with her, man. Everybody wish her
Bob Dub, yes.
Merry
Bob
Christmas.
Dub.
Just
I miss
a lot of
Bob Dub.
love and light.
My
I do
favorite
too.
Kiwi.
She
God,
loves you
yeah.
guys to death. I just want to tell you that because I just told her, I gave her all you guys' condolences for her mom and everything like you did, and then she said she loves you guys all to death.
I never heard about her mom. She was in not South Africa, but someplace, and she passed away. Did she?
Yeah, she passed
Sorry
away.
for her loss.
And,
Gosh, just recently?
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason why.
Sure.
Her mom passed away 2 nights before my mom did.
Well, we're kind of connected in that way, then, I guess, aren't we? All within the course of this one
Condolences to
year.
you as well, man.
Yep. Shared fun.
Yep.
Really.
Check out the music I shared with you, bro. And there's more that I could add, of course, but also there's more kind of esoteric. For example, when people pass away, and they're going to a better place, I do believe that. If it was your mom, was she? My mom, one of her favorite terms, when we went back to Canada, I talked to some family, and we reminisced and did a bit of a memorial for her. They would say, like, she was such a generous person. She was really kind and generous. Terrible drunk. So, terrible. Like, it's like, Mom, stop drinking, because it was from the time we grew up, saw her drinking and woo, and her and my dad going at it, and having their issues and with adultery and alcohol. It's like, oh God, no, this is our karma. We're stuck in here. So, but, Dad did okay for himself, essentially materially, but spiritually I'm concerned. I really wonder. He has a lot, I would say, anger issues, although then again, I mean, it is what it is. That anger is seen as a mental affliction or poison. It's like a hot coal that someone hangs on to. It's like burn, hot coal. It's like, so but
It's also anger's also a motivator. It can get you out of very bad situations.
Oh, okay.
Anger
To
is
walk a
gift.
mile in
It
another
is,
man's shoes. Have you heard that expression? To walk a man in another man's
I did
shoes.
know.
DK, sorry, Alan just stole
Raise your hand,
my
folks.
saying.
Yeah.
He
Go
did.
ahead.
No, he just stole my saying.
Okay.
Patience is a virtue, anger is a gift. You
Patience
need to
is-
be patient. You need to be patient to learn your enemy. But once you're made angry enough, then you'll be able to act.
Patience is a virtue. Virtue its own reward. We talked about this last night, actually.
Yeah.
So this is all good. This is great. This is great dialogue and conversation. So thank
And
you.
I've had that saying for years.
Pa-
It's like
which
not new.
which one? Which one?
Patience is a virtue, anger is a gift.
Okay. And on top of, have you heard patience is a virtue, virtue its own reward?
I've probably seen it hanging on someone's wall at some
All
point in
right.
time.
I've actually heard both terms, and the term that DK is using reminds me a lot of what a lot of military men have said. Like a lot of people that I sobered up with who was in the military, freaking always
Righteous vengeance.
like
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's
All right.
really
Yeah.
that's a really interesting term.
The warrior, like a warrior's ethos.
Yeah. See,
Well,
same as my main slogan, like much love, no fear.
yeah. So, okay, what, just keep at it, folks. Like the campaign, the moving parts, everyone's got a handle on things, do they? Any questions?
I stopped asking questions a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Well, you have to, like, that's the thing is that
I
think
have a
about this.
question.
Hang on a second, Yvonne. Just you're next. But no, no, and raise the hand, or you can do it this way too. But think about this. Think about if the people like Tim Pool, Alex Jones, Candace Owens, Dave Rubin, all these, Jordan Peterson, Tucker Carlson. Why not? Why not wash, rinse, and repeat, copy and paste, kind of what we're doing here. And look into the revolutionary format. This is not Secret Santa as it's conventionally known. People need to get that out of their heads. Totally. This is something completely new that has, as I say, this magic elixir has over the years managed to distill, I think is the word, and refine itself with open source. It's a very open sourced, people driven campaign. You guys, along with me, but everyone else helping out here are Santa's elves. You're the ones who are really, you're pulling the sleigh, and you're getting the good news of Christmas out there. Go ahead, Yvonne.
Yeah, well, my friend asked me this. He said, if there is a God, why would he put Tornado Alley smack dab in the middle of the Bible Belt?
Maybe the Bible Belt does. Maybe the Bible Belt doesn't exactly have it right as far as their
Yeah.
It's their karma, man. Karma.
Gotta be shaken up.
Karma to burn.
I second that, by the
It
way.
was a tornado belt long before it was the Bible Belt.
I actually live in the Bible Belt, so I can concur with exactly what Jaffe said there. Okay, they
What's
just
that?
They didn't get it right. Yeah.
Oh hell no! Like the fundamentalists, evangelicals. Like I went to Pentecost Sunday school when I was a kid. It was great stuff. I loved it, and I loved the whole JC thing. Like, oh Jesus, superhero, yay! It's like, oh, so cool. But then I later, learned about a few. I continued to study religion, philosophy, and so forth, and just I've come to where I am now as my insight and understanding. But the Bible camp was a traumatic experience for me. The way that I was made to go forward and confess my sins as a little kid. It's like, go and give your life to Jesus. Confess you're a terrible person. You're a sinner. And it's like, I was like, what the hell? What are you talking about, man? Like,
it doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
and Jesus
Let's
said,
put the fun back into fundamentalism.
Jesus.
Let's put the mental back into fundamentalism.
America you're in. No, it
Hang on,
depends
guys.
what area you're in, because they flooded a whole area with the rewritten, revisioned, revised Schofield Bible.
There you go. That's right.
So
that's
if you got that, and
the
that's what you got brought up on, it's not even not even close to accurate.
Yep. But let me just finish by saying Christ himself in the New Testament. See, Buddha, Jesus. Okay, you picture it as like two glasses of water. You put Buddha as the gold. You remember ton, Yvonne, the little square pieces of gold, chunks of gold. They're called ton, like ton. Donate, like donate, donor, like that's money. And then the Sanskrit for generosity is dana, D-A-N-A, dana. But the gold little cube or square goes in the water, clean water, and Buddha, gold, Buddha. And who came first in history, Buddha or Jesus?
Buddha.
Anyone?
Jesus,
Buddha, of course. No.
Come on now.
So
you've read
the
the
gold.
Bible. You've read the Bible.
Yeah. Let me finish. The gold goes in. So this is the analogy. Bear with me. You can maybe do a better job. It goes in that clear water too. The problem is, and they're both gold. They're like super bodhisattvas, super bodhisattva. Like wow, just amazing. Yay. like, let's listen to what these people are saying. They're so wise and compassionate, and they got it, and with that, if we listen to them, then we will have in the afterlife, but this life too, actually, we will be happy, eudaimonia, the good demon within, happiness, because we're all demon possessed. It's just a question of sanitation, right? You got to clear and clean things out. But the gold is there, but the problem is with Christ, it got muddied by the politics. And we'll leave that aside for now. Whereas the Buddha thing, it's like Sengro Pyongsa, they say in Korean. It's like life, growing up, pain, suffering, and then death. And then other basic empirical facts like change, suffering, desire, pretty straightforward, ideas, the way those three interact. And so, but with Christ, what he did say in the New Testament, Yvonne, you'll know this, that to see the kingdom of heaven be as these, like, the children, essentially, that to see the kingdom of heaven, you're expected or required to be as the children. So they're and so, which is innocence, right? They're innocent children, basically. And that's why you have these predators. They're twisted, obviously, and they've got these long-standing institutions or these dark legacies that go all the way back to, I know Roger doesn't want to hear this, but the time of like Moloch or Baal,
to be honest, that's what I've been streaming all day. I found like a 13-hour documentary on all of this, and it's covering everything.
Yeah,
it's been playing for 7 hours so far.
That synchromysticism, DK. We're on the same wavelength, bro. So there you go. Yeah. All right, Yvonne. Thank you, DK. Yvonne, do you have anything to add to that? Roger, Alan, I'm going to try to keep things rolling along here, cue up some more music, and we got about, I don't know, we'll see, maybe 15, 20 minutes left, and we'll call it a day. And try to think what you could do in your community to make a difference. We had here in Korea, talking to the ladies, some of my adult students, they have. You heard the story last night, I guess, Roger. There's 100 kilos of rice.
Yep.
So 20-pound bags. Yvonne will know about this. He used to live in Korea. 20-pound bags, 5 families, and they get selectively sponsored, and they each get 20-pound kilos of rice. So one day, we're selfish creatures. We're selfish little creatures, basically. And some of that I understand, but then it's at least one day of the year. For Westerners, it's a whole season where you try to cultivate, essentially, the energy and spirit of what Christmas, what it embodies and entails, and then share that with others.
My mate just got allowed some council land to start a new community garden.
Cool.
All right.
He just told me that this morning. So yes, I'm gonna have to go help him set that up and shit.
Well, there we go. There's more of that. That ties into that relates to what we're doing here, I think, from the sound of it.
And that's like selfless for other people because it's a community garden.
Mm-hmm.
So
right on. Great. Well, we need that. So watch out for the chemtrails is, I guess, all I would say. That and the GMO kind of, hopefully they have quality.
You guys have heard about
he knows all about his seeds and stuff. But the chemtrails, I don't know what we can do about.
Do you know heirloom? Have you heard of heirloom seeds? Anyone?
Yeah, heirloom, like original seeds that reproduce.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus, what do they call them? The suicide seeds?
It's heirloom versus GMO, basically.
Yeah.
Bastards. Frickin' Monsanto, hey?
They just change. That's what I mean. They just change names and screw around with it.
You guys have
but
heard about
it's
the
just like
thing,
original
right?
seeds that reproduce. Like the fruit will, or whatever you grow, will reproduce seeds and be able to recultivate your garden, so you don't have to buy more. But the GMO ones will not produce seeds.
Okay, I got a couple things here, folks. Nicholas and Myra, I'd like to play the video, and then we'll do a Jingle Bell Rock, and then call it a day, okay? So finish your point, and then we'll queue up Nicholas and Myra, and then we'll do a little Jingle Bell Rock, and that'll be it. But what did you have to say, Roger? Jolly,
you
Jolly
guys,
Roger Hansen.
you
Let's
guys,
not
you
forget the
guys
handle.
have heard about the Campbell soups that are coming out now, right? Like they're
Recently, that was making waves on Twitter, wasn't it?
yeah, they're starting
Yeah.
to use graphs, those 3D
Is
graphs
it,
to.
oh my God, we were just talking about that with the students today. I brought that up. 3D printed food. They have no idea. None of these people here have any idea. So
There's
sheltered.
actually it's actually worse than that. There's the inside of the cans are coated with some chemical as well.
Yeah.
They did some study canned soup versus like homemade like natural soup. And I think they did it for like 5 days, like on 2 different test groups, sort of thing. And yeah, the people who were having the canned soup ended up with like major bowel irritation and things like that. And yeah, it was really crazy. Like, yeah, it screws with your digestive system. And then we've all been told that like canned food, now save it because it lasts for ages. The thing is, I don't see a problem with having some, but don't be eating it on the regular. That's like for an emergency. Just put a couple of cans away. Don't be eating that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aluminum, and they still have the aluminum.
Oh, they've even
coating.
got cans with like that white plastic lining inside them.
What the hell's? Oh my God, bisphenol, and that feminizes the men. You know that?
Yes, that's the one.
apparently?
Yeah, that's the one that I was
bisphenol?
talking about. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of the stupid chemical.
It,
but yeah.
it robs us of our testosterone. Sperm count has plummeted. They're engineering this shit. It's being biologically and it's engineered. It's full spectrum dominance, folks.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. So if people don't get it yet, it's like I don't know when they will.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I don't know what will need to be
Wakey.
put in front of them for them to actually start seeing it.
Did I just drop an F-bomb?
You dropped a S bomb.
What did I say? Shite?
Yes, you did.
So what? That's not no. We're talking. It's just F-bombs, man.
Oh, only. Oh, excuse me.
So I'm allowed to say
so
I'm allowed to say the C word.
That's save that for this is family friendly.
I bet you I can think of a few words you don't want me saying.
Cookie? Campbell soup can.
Yeah,
Campbell's. That's right.
The C word.
Yeah, or the N word, nagger. Off of South Park. That's what I love. The N word.
I told you about Squeaky, didn't I? Squeaky the puss.
The kitty. That's Sonia's. That's Sonia's little pussy.
Jesus Christ, man.
Squeaky
What about?
pussy.
I love that pussy.
Squeaky pussy.
Squeaky's a great little kitty.
Have you guys seen that comedian Matt Rife? When there's a chick in the crowd who's like, yeah, she got a breast job, but they screwed it up. And he's like, what do you mean? It goes on for a bit longer than this. I'm paraphrasing. But she like sort of squishes her tits together and they squeak. And he's like, what?
Oh, God.
It's like, are you serious? It sounds like a squeaky toy. But, and I'm a dog.
Rubber.
All right.
Oh my gosh. So
Shifting gears now as we kind of wind things down essentially. Roger, thank you for sharing this link on the Therapeutic. Would you like to read it or not?
Yeah,
I think there's a Neoplatonic influence too.
Mm-hmm.
This is all within the 900-year the context, 900-year epoch, as I like to refer to it, of Greco-Buddhism. And my big question here is, why do so few people know about this? Why have so few people even heard about this? The axial age, like around a wheel, right? And with Christ being, I would argue, Christ being like the zero, all the way back to Alexander the Great, Ashoka, Buddha, okay, and then up all the way to Christ, and then even Mani, the founder of the Manichaean syncretic religious movement, which is very interesting because he integrated Buddhist Mahayana Buddhism into what he was all about. And I think that's exactly what I would argue Christ was trying to convey. But because of politics, literally Paul, like Saint Paul, so-called Saint Paul ethics, that it got kind of, and the Sanhedrin. So things got really muddied, unfortunately. But would you like to read that there,
Sure.
Roger, or not? Go ahead.
Okay, the Therapeutai were a contemplative, ascetic Jewish sect near Alexandria, 1st century CE, described by Philo with strong parallels to Buddhist monasticism, leading scholars to theorize they were descendants or influenced by Ashoka Buddhist missionaries sent to the West around 250 BCE, embodying early syncretism between Indian Buddhism and Hellenistic Judaism, focusing on theoria, contemplation, and spiritual healing, much like Theravada traditions.
Yeah.
Making them potential early Eastern mystics influencing Christianity.
Okay. People can look into that a little more deeply if they're so inclined. We got Ashoka as well too, Ashoka the Great. Would you like to break that down for us?
Now, Ashoka, the Mauryan emperor between circa 268 to 232 BCE.
Right after Alexander the Great, his grandfather was said to have met with Alexander and met Chandragupta, I think, and they made a peace deal, and that's where things really got going as far as the cultural exchange, and economics and trade, clearly, and the whole bit that they were on peaceful terms and footing, and a lot of back and forth. Go ahead.
He became a pivotal figure in Buddhism after the bloody Kalinga War, embracing its principles of nonviolence, ahimsa, and Dhamma, which is moral law, to transform his empire, spreading Buddhist ethics through rock pillar edicts and becoming a major patron, building monuments. Edicts. Building monuments and supporting Buddhism expansion across Asia, solidifying his legacy as an ideal Buddhist king.
Yeah, all the way Chakravartin, I think is known. Chakravartin, if I got right, these terms are like beyond me in many cases. Brian Rue, or who else do we have there? He's a real scholar of sorts. Who's our friend? I just saw him today, for crying out loud, over on Minds. He's quite prominent and very active. He's a friend of yours.
Otto.
Otto Alexier, is that right?
Yeah, Excelsior.
Yeah. So we're going to connect here eventually, but for now he's kind of very aloof.
Well, he said it's the time of day. Like whenever he goes to bed pretty early, and he has no problem with coming on. It's just the time of day it takes to get on here.
Does he get up? Does he get up early?
I do not know.
I tell you what, because if that's the case, we'll interview him here at night. We'll do that like we're doing with the campaign here at times. Kicking off around 11:30, we can do a live stream with him. I don't like to do the pre-recorded stuff these days at all, but if we have to, we do. But I'd rather have a live audience. So speaking of which, Sonia, now we're kind of, there we go. Zane has dropped by and connected. Good to see him. By the way, and Christian Laterre, hey, Christian's got 100 pages of audio book coming his way, up to 15 viewers over on live stream. Let's open that treasure chest once again, see how many more viewers we can potentially boost the show to. Are you ready, folks? Should we go for it? Open up the Christmas booty.
Wait about 15, 20 seconds after you say it before you open it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, no, because it's
Yeah.
like you've got to wait for like the delay to get through for everyone to hear for them to hear you say,
Yeah.
I'm opening it.
Okay. Sure. So
Yeah.
StreamYard, DK
Sage
Spiracy. You're talking about what's that, Sonia?
Oh, I was just mentioning how DK has sage words with live streaming.
I'm sorry. He has what?
Sage words,
Sage, like sagely,
like yes, like wise words.
knowledgeable.
She's like all
Okay.
like that and shit, dude.
Oh my God. You mentioned sage. It's weird. I had a dream last night where there was like this Indian sage that I was burning, where I had to burn. Yeah, no, I had to conduct an exorcism of sorts to clean out the space. Which, if you think about it, like I said, that's the saint. The saint, you sanitize. Okay, like we protect our minds. We don't get stuck into these silly traps. The wine, women, and song. Sorry, wine. I guess the hot toddies are okay though, from time to time. It's a Viking tradition. Sorry, folks, I can't help myself. And there have been some years where I've been totally sober, actually. So,
Okay.
but
It's a good
it
thing
is
because
what
I
it is.
got the one drum finally went in, so it's got all of the diamonds back into the chest.
Hey,
Oh,
by the
I'm
way,
ready to go.
when,
We're ready to go.
hey, by the way, when Christmas is over and stuff,
Boxing
because I
Day.
know, just because I know you're busy at the moment. Because I've got a couple of YouTube channels that I need to set you guys up with. They talk about philosophy and theology, and they have open panels all the time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the
I've
way
been-
to do it,
I've been
DK.
playing, yeah. Some of you would have seen me on them a few times.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I do it lots.
that's
Yeah, I
great.
go on them lots.
That's the campaign. That's what the spirit of what we're doing here represents. You share things like freely. It doesn't cost anything. I mean, you can, if you want to make cash donations to people that are struggling, that's fine. Medicine, food, blankets, clothing, whatever they need. Once again, it's all about working to help people reduce the suffering. This is a time where, Christmas, as many of you are probably aware, it's tough for a lot of folks. The whole season, and isn't it like the really it's the high. If you look at the breakdown of suicides throughout the year, that it's
It has
the
to do with compassion, for sure.
well, and
that's-
feeling
yeah,
solitude,
that's,
isolation.
That's what I was about to say. Isolation, maybe loss of family sort of thing, spending the time alone when you're used to doing it with family.
Or maybe you've never had really family to do that with,
Yeah, and so that's
that's I mean, both sides of it, but like loss of a family is probably like harder. You know what I mean?
We create a virtual family here, of course, and we reach out and connect. So we have not only ourselves, good friends and fellow pirate mateys, but we reach out and we find new friends, people that total strangers otherwise never have come into contact with. And thank you to the technology, the people that have put this technology together, whether we're being spied on or not, who the hell cares? Let's just deal with it.
I'm already sure I am. I'm well past it.
Everybody.
It comes along with it.
Everybody.
Really.
It's like the archons essentially, and what have you. But okay, well, a lot more we could get into, and we will with show number 5. It's going to be 36 hours from now, actually, is what we're looking at, because we're going to take a bit of a break. This is our, of course, 11th year. We kind of have a feeling for things. We know the way it all kind of breaks and breaks down, and you say shakes down, I guess. Yeah. So what's that?
Waves.
Yeah, but well, this the work schedule. We got a cat that needs to get out, wants to go outside. Can you guys just take over for a few moments while I deal with the cat, please? And just
Bet you we can.
all right, thank you.
Sure can. Boy, he didn't think about that, did he? He just chased after that pussy, man. Freaking. It's like leaving us on here by ourselves is kind of dangerous.
is kind of a little.
Alan
Oh, it
better
looks
start
like we've
talking.
just got our 10
I
minute
know,
warning.
Ellen. What is up, Ellen? What are you doing over there?
We've just got our 10-minute warning as well, guys.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. You're lucky, dude. Left us alone like that. You should be more
did.
careful than that. Like, you realize, like,
Crazy on stuff.
you could
This
have
I was
gotten.
being nice.
Yeah, you
Jeez,
were
We're gonna
actually.
We're going to get shut down here, folks. We've only got a limited number of minutes left here, a little bit of time. So thank you to everyone. Of course, you can hear us on the back end, or when Teams shuts us down, we'll have to.
Don't forget your treasure chest.
Yeah. Thank you very
Right.
much. We'll transition to that. We're doing that right now. 50 more diamonds being added. I don't know how Reverend Jim has a sense of what the deal is here exactly, but I'm quite clueless. Basically, I just follow his lead, which is interesting because we got him on doing the live streaming thing in the first place, really, because meeting on Minds and talking USS Liberty. And let's not get started on that. Trying to keep the focus on the season. The time of the season is now. However the melody goes, the zombies, right? So that's a really cool song. I should learn it for sure. But thank you once again, and we'll be back in about 36 hours. It'll be I think it'll be 11. It'll be a nighttime affair here via Korea, which is early morning across the West. DK, you'll probably be sleeping, you and Alan. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out which times work for me. I know one of your show times is like 3:30 in the morning for me.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, I know. But
Dick
this
and
is the way it is.
Doris just
We're-
followed you on DLive too, so I'm doing a shout
Oh,
out
hey,
for you.
that's the way to do it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dick and Doris. Just dicking around with this lovely couple, I
Dick and
guess. So,
Doris.
okay, we loaded the treasure chest. Now we're going to distribute the rewards. Let's see who cashes in. We got about 25 seconds with.
Can I grab some? There's no point me grabbing any.
Anyone, get what you want, man.
Yeah,
So-
click on it. No, there's no point me grabbing any
Sonya,
because I
click
don't
on
play
it.
on. I don't play on DLive anymore.
Where?
Oh, right.
Click.
So let's see. We got 20 seconds, and we are going to get cut off of Teams, but then we're going to queue up the business of St. Nicholas of Myra. I thought it was a Smyrna, actually, but Turkey. We'll get clear on things here
Bam,
eventually.
got it. Good.
Ooh,
Sonya
look at that.
and
Roger,
Yeah, baby.
Sonia, and Amos Dale. Now, which is interesting, but there's been a real depreciation. These diamonds used to be a lot of lemons. Now they're only worth one. They're the equivalent of a lemon.
Yeah.
It's interesting the way these
they've
little
changed it to
economies-
they've changed it to diamonds and there's something else, diamonds and coins. See, as the streamer, you get coins, which you can cash out, but the diamonds are basically just lemons now. So there's only diamonds and coins.
Have they been devalued?
Everyone who's watching you cannot convert a diamond into a coin, but you can convert coins into diamonds, or you can cash them out.
Have they?
I got shitty at DLive on their Discord when they first cut my hours and stuff, and other people were saying everything else they were doing too. So I found it out from their Discord.
So has there been a devaluation of the currencies then, or not?
I think it's still at like 35%. I don't think they've changed that.
Yeah. Breaking news here, folks. This is how things work sometimes in the live streaming world. Apparently, there's been someone that was part of the expat community here in South Korea, not naming any names, who, a story goes, allegedly organ failure or internal bleeding, something like that, found in his house in Seoul. He wasn't at a hospital. I don't think he was that old. I wonder if what caused it, if the good old clot shots or kill shots, experimental. How foolish could people really be
Yeah, or he actually just got attacked and hit in the stomach with something.
That's true. Like Houdini, like you never know. So who knows
Yeah.
what the story really was. But hey, thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate it. And we'll let things, I guess, run their course here, I suppose. We might as well. Anything more that you'd like to add before we get cut off?
Ashoka.
Okay, Ashoka. I thought you read Ashoka.
I did.
You just did.
I did.
Yeah.
Flat Earth.
Oh, Ashoka was huge. Man. He was huge. Flat Earth.
No.
Look at this light. You see
Start
the
on Flat
sunlight?
Earth.
Look at my lighting here.
I'm trying to pull a Willy here.
There
Yeah,
it is.
Sonia
Yeah.
Oh,
wants to
yeah.
start on Flat Earth.
Sonia,
Don't get me started on that.
I'm
There
sure.
it
Hey,
is.
We have
sorry,
another hour.
it wouldn't be the first Willie
I
that she's
know.
pulled. Trust me.
World
Hey.
She's
Pirate
probably pulled a
Radio.
few.
Hey, Jeffy.
Oh, there goes Alan. Look at that.
Yeah,
Let's,
look at that.
let's hear it again, Alan. What is your
Yes.
pledge? What is your pledge? What are you offering?
Right. If anyone can prove to me or Jeffy that you've put $150 to $200, whatever the figure, roundabout mark, to a worthwhile cause, I'll email post this milk to you for free of charge. Yeah, I'll just send it there. Just prove to Jeffy. Jeffy was get the address to Jeffy, and I'll post it to you.
That's
Size
the way to
41,
do it.
which is like 102 centimeters.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things are not that complicated. So, and you know what? There's a lot of real like total scams out there as far as the campaigns are concerned, where it's like, oh yeah, send us money, we'll take care of it. We have nothing to do with that at all. Okay, let's right at the top. We try to emphasize this and make it clear because initially people are pretty cynical, and they just don't get it. They think, oh yeah, it's like charity. But that's the way that UNICEF, Red Cross, Salvation Army, the Bush Clinton, Katrina Hurricane Relief Fund, all these overly bloated, top heavy bureaucratic. That's 90 cents on the dollar. It's for us, it's zero, folks. We make these bastards. I mean, I don't think we make them look very good, right? Hey, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point America. Come on, man. Come on. There's a better way of doing things than just going out there and, here's your hat. Take your hat, give us money. We love Israel. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. His wife, don't get me started. Okay, so we'll be back. I don't know. Hell, like 34 hours, I guess, from now, something like that. It's
At
like,
least it's 36.
Well, but we've been live streaming for about 2 hours, right? So yeah. But
Oh,
don't
you're
worry.
counting from start time.
This gives us, because I was really pressed for time as we are. Like this campaign every year, it flies by. We have very little time in between to get things organized and in place, especially now with the new work schedule. It's like I'm just nonstop go, trying to focus and without getting too stressed. It's kind of like a marathon, telethon,
Yeah.
We're going to do some, we're going to try a little, I guess we'll do Jingle Bell Rock. I wanted to do Blue Christmas. We did that with the adult students today.
Do one of them, bro.
Yeah, it's just
Roll
it's a
it out.
karaoke. Karaoke, yeah. Karaoke.
Sorry, I worked at like a Kmart store in New Zealand. And Christmas night and Christmas songs just drove me mental.
Yeah.
Alan, are you taking off? Guys and girls, where are your elf hats?
Yeah, it's done. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me see if I can pull up the ending to this and get it going. That way you can hear the ending of the show.
Do one of them, bro.
Yeah, it's a
Roll it out.
karaoke. Yeah, karaoke.
Sorry, I worked at like a Kmart store in New Zealand. And Christmas night and Christmas songs just drove me mental.
Yeah.
Alan, are you taking off? Guys and girls, where are your elf hats? You need your elf hats. Come on. Oh yeah, right. We are gonna get cut off. There we go. That's it's a done deal. So he was watching. He had his eye on the clock there. So, but hopefully, everyone can listen on the other side of things. Obviously, we're going to queue up, as was mentioned earlier, the video covering the life of St. Nicholas. This is a fascinating story, really, to see how the tradition of Christmas evolved, its origin, its roots, aside from the the birth of Christ and so forth. Saturnalia, let's not forget that, the good old pagan influence Saturnalia. December 21st, the winter solstice, Christmas, just 4 days separation. Is that just a coincidence, or is there something to that? Is there a reason for this? And I think honestly there is. This is the way the Catholic Church has operated forever, that basically, rather than investing and putting out just huge amounts of energy and trying to engage in cultural genocide, wiping people completely off the map. Catholic does mean universal too. So that they take a more shrewder approach, in the sense of like, oh no, you can keep your traditions, you can keep your pagan ways, or whatever the case happens to be, whether South America or Europe, the Celts and so forth. And we can integrate, we can absorb. That's the term, syncretic views and practices and traditions. No problem. So my sense, and the sense of a lot of others that have looked into this, is that's exactly what's happened here. So, but as far as good old Saint Nick, he was a real guy. That Coca-Cola built upon that in, what was it, the 1920s, I guess. And then there's that really scary character out of Krampus out of is it Eastern Europe, Netherlands, or who knows where exactly, over there in Europe, where naughty children are punished. So yeah, you got to watch out for those sort of things. Gotta mind your P's and Q's, behave yourself, study hard, prove yourself to be a worthy student. All right, well, and then, or in our case, I suppose a worthy live streamer. Still looking for more performers. We do have a few live streaming friends involved, obviously, producers, speakers, hosts, you name it. People that help pass the word along and do all they can to make things a success here. Get people inspired if you can, to some extent, whatever it takes. Get them engaged. There's a war on Christmas. There has been over the years, and we're pushing back on that. That's what we're here to do, in part, keepers of the sacred flame that we are. I'm not sure how that would look on a T-shirt. It's an interesting slogan, keepers of the sacred flame. So, but we're going to queue up multitasking now, folks, so bear with us. Hopefully the VLC player will cooperate. Whoops. Oh, geez, that was not what we were looking for. The wrong button there. So, and this runs for about, I think 5 minutes or so. So, check this out. See what this bloke has to say, and if we can learn anything more about the origins of Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
So, does Santa Claus exist? The answer is yes, definitely. Santa Claus is real. And today, we would like to introduce to you the real Father Christmas. To tell you that Santa Claus comes from St. Nicholas is probably not new information for most of you. We call Santa Claus St. Nick, and Santa Claus is literally St. Nicholas. But who was the real saint? And he was real. He was a bishop of the church, and you will see an icon of him in most Orthodox churches around the world today. He has been a beloved saint for centuries. Nicholas was born in the 3rd century and lived into the 4th. He was bishop of a coastal city in Asia Minor called Myra. Myra is actually a city with a biblical history, and it was a city that Paul set sail from on one of his voyages that ended in shipwreck. Nicholas was born to extremely wealthy parents, and he inherited a lot of money. He was very rich. But he wanted to dedicate his entire life to Christ, and that meant giving all of it away and helping as many people as he could. And it's this spirit of giving and this story of him being a kind and generous person, coupled with the fact that St. Nicholas Day falls in the middle of the Advent season, that has resulted in the development of the Santa Claus legend. There is a famous legend of Nicholas at his peak Santa Claus levels, and it is a story of him helping out an entire family. In this legend, Nicholas has heard of a father with 3 daughters that are slipping into poverty that is about to spiral out of control. Now, the father would like each of his daughters to be taken care of. He wants to see them married off and happy and comfortable, but he can't afford it. He needs money. Nicholas has the cash, but Nicholas also has humility, and he wants to help them without them knowing about it. And he's been doing this around the city and the area for a long time. So he goes out late at night with a bag of money. He finds the poor man's house and he tosses the money into the window. The next morning, the family find it, and one of the daughters is able to get married and is sorted. There are 2 daughters left. St. Nicholas returns in the dark of night with a bag of money, throws it in through the window, it sails through the air and lands in a shoe drying by the fireplace. And this is the storied origin of putting presents into shoes, of Santa Claus leaving presents in shoes, which is what happens in most of Europe. In some countries, it's the stocking, and that's probably the one you're most familiar with in England and America. Now, the father by this point wants to find out who this is that's been throwing money in through the window, and he stays up and waits to see who this mysterious person might be. He encounters and catches the bishop of the city in action, throwing money into windows, and the story from there lives on. This is one of many legends associated with Nicholas giving money, of saving children especially, but entire families from poverty, orphans, widows, homeless. Nicholas was an example of generosity, and because of this example of generosity, and because of many things associated with him, we remember him across the Christian world to this day. Over the centuries, the legend of St. Nicholas has grown. His day is the 6th of December, and in many countries this is the day to give presents, sweets, and oranges to friends and family, and especially children. Often these are left in shoes, sometimes in stockings by the fire. While we are on a bit of a myth-breaking trend, I'm going to just quickly say that Coca-Cola was not the reason that Santa Claus is red. Santa Claus had been depicted in red for several decades before Coca-Cola's famous campaign. The name Santa Claus comes from the Dutch Sinterklaas, which means literally Saint Nicholas. Also of interesting note, there is a town in America called Santa Claus. And there are many legends surrounding Saint Nicholas of Myra, and of course many fables and fairy tales surrounding Santa. But behind all of them is the knowledge that Santa Claus is real. He is a saint, a bishop, and as a saint that means that he is a friend of Jesus Christ. He is an example not of receiving presents, but of giving things away. So unlike the round and jolly Santa Claus you'll see in commercials and on television, we are called to be saints. We are called to be like the real Santa Claus. Let's remember that this Christmas season. We are almost at Christmas, and that's a very exciting thing. I hope you're enjoying our lovely Christmassy patristic set. In terms of tea, this tea is a green tea with cinnamon and orange, and what was the other thing? I've forgotten. I think I have the ingredients list. And peppermint. I cut it all out. It is quite good tea though, isn't it?
There we go, folks. Pretty funny little blooper there at the end. Just shows you how certain videos can easily be edited, obviously. But a great breakdown of the history of Saint Nicholas and the origins, Christmas origins.
The Jolly Old Elf. And there's a lot more that we could learn and investigate, of course, as far as the multitude of other influences, both Christian, pagan, and otherwise. Very, very intriguing, very, very interesting indeed. All right, we're gonna try a little bit Jingle Bell Rock and then call it a day. So I think we had to rip this off of YouTube. YouTube won't allow us to. We had to rip it using the OBS tech, actually. So YouTube is really messing with us. They won't even let us download videos anymore. So we're trying to suss out, as the Brits would say, how to do that via the web page themselves. Go into like the web page. I guess it's called source code. I think there's a way of doing it typically, but all right. I think this is the key here is all right. We went through this one time only, so bear with us. I'll have to look into what key this was recorded in after we wrap things up. So Jingle Bell Rock. Let's let her rip.
Through golden apples and wells, tokens and echoes where hidden memory dwells. Consciousness bending, the inner revolution spins. Mind, perception, and will, the triad begins. Steel breaks, flesh bends. Mind shapes the world, and the pattern ascends. From chaos to order, the lotus grows. Through mud, through struggle, the true self shows. Duality gave tension, emergence gave light. Triality gave structure, and the self takes flight.
immerse ourselves in for this one period of time throughout the year, which historically would intersect with the whole Saturnalia business. And what I understand that did get pretty wild and funky for this one. But these days, a more modern context, time for jovial revelry and also giving, clearly. So, and anyone or any, for that matter, law which would seek to prey upon or poach, people's efforts in spreading Christmas cheer and lifting others up from out of the muck and the mire of what this world all too often this world essentially, if you say, covers us in, or tries to hold us down. That it's best, I would say, to look for ways of freeing, liberating ourselves from the chains, both psychological, mental, and otherwise, that bind so many of us. And yeah, on that note, we'll just check the comment section one more time here. Pretty active. Roger Hansen, Dick and Doris. Some talking about that would look cool on a T-shirt. Not sure what they're referring to exactly. Maybe either you can lay it on us now or pop back when we live stream again, show number 5 of this year's 10-day telethon extravaganza. Charity, relief, outreach, and consciousness raising Christmas campaign. It's our 11th year. Hashtag OSS 2025. Strange man, says Dick and Doris. Who would let a stranger down their chimney? We are screwed here in the UK. Not sure what that means. But yeah, it really, well, it's an unfortunate state, I guess, isn't it? So, the prime minister wanting to put the country on a war footing. Well, who's the enemy? Who's the enemy? Who does the prime minister Starmer want people to think the enemy is? Similar to what we see in Canada with Carney now trying to mobilize essentially a citizen-based militia. No, that's kind of contrary to what the state really wants to see manifest. Militias are what essentially put an end, in many cases, are necessary in putting an end to the extreme overreach of the state and its tyrannical ways. And the way that you look at the terrible, the government, public representation on all levels, and the banking is look no further than the economic end of things, and currency manipulation, and compound interest, and debt levels, and so forth, the way that impacts the economy, open borders and whatnot. That, yeah, things are kind of getting to the point where you can see why they'd want to shift the focus, some external enemy, which really ultimately I think my sense is, that could just as easily be weaponized. This citizens militia, well,
aren't military, put it more appropriately, not militia, used to put down essentially any public unrest or pushback where people are calling out the corruption, the abuse, the tyranny, the lack of sufficient appropriate public representation. In Canada, of course, it's all about peace, order, and good government. And like we've talked about here a number of times now over the past few weeks, without good government, how can you expect to have any peace and order in your society? So, open borders, a big problem. Big problem with that being thrown into the mix. The numbers that we're seeing, of course, numbers of people leaving Canada. My God, upwards of over 2 million just in 2022 alone. Can you believe it? That's how the story goes. So, cost of living, just too much for people to deal with. So, there we go. But yeah, on the Christmas front, things are going quite well here. Really, all things considered, as it typically does, and I'm really happy with the turnout. It's just amazing. It's if sometimes I think we have a cat here as well too, who's kind of in Concord. Can you hear him purring? Go for it, man, dude. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. He's a sweet little kitty. We adopted him from just off the street here outside the apartment. He wandered up to us one day. Gave him a few things to sniff out and to eat. He was slightly scrawny and underfed. Now he's the fattest of all three of our cats. So good old Mandu. Hang On and Danny being the two others. We've lost two cats since we've been here in Korea as well. Bringing one Russian blue from out of Canada. And the second, Danny, who we just picked up off the steps of a convenience store, really, across from the downtown train station. So they both passed away. We got three with us now. It's a great little family. But yeah, thank you once again to everybody who has been a part of making this a success. Jaffe can't sing for a shit. What? Really? Oh well, at least I'm trying. So it's a challenge though. It's hard to please everybody when you're singing. So you do your best. It really is quite an art form though. Definitely, have to be mindful of resonance, vibration, frequency, as Tesla talked about. Tesla told us. But also the intervals between the notes that you're really capturing essentially and vocalizing. So yeah, if there's one thing that I could have benefited from in the past, it's a vocal coach. Definitely did a lot of studio work in the past. That's one of the things that we have on the auction block too. Let's not forget musical downloads. There's some free content that we have. If you click on Jaffe's Man Cave via the main WPRPN.com homepage, go up and check out member information. It's a pull down menu, Jaffe's Man Cave. There's free content musically that you're able to access there, but there's more that we can offer, more quality material. If people are inclined to donate a little to our efforts here, of course. And all the money, all proceeds throughout the course of this campaign go directly to charity. If it's a purchase of merchandise through Galactic Fire or proceeds generated on the basis of see digital downloads, so forth. So, but yeah, there we go. Great, had a great time here, folks, and we will be back, of course, in due time. 30 some odd hours. Pirate One Radio at Proton Mail is our email address. Wow, Zane Ivy, thank you so much. Fact check: India wasn't the first place Sanskrit was recorded; it was Syria. Ooh, maybe that's why they want to destroy it so badly. These lunatics. So, but who knows? Who knows what the deal is there? Thank you for that link, Zane. And let's see what else he's got. We haven't looked at this end of the comment section first. Stephanie Wilcox. Hey, Stephanie, good to have you on board there. Let's not forget about you, Christian Laterre. Happy Hanukkah. Okay. Whatever works, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about Hanukkah. It'd be interesting to have a Jewish person drop in. Robert Morningstar tried to explain things, break it down for us a little bit. So I'm not sure, like the Maccabees, it's like memorializing the victorious military, the battles through history. Not sure if that's really the best reason to have a holy day necessarily, but I guess that's their way of looking at it. So just briefly, no, it's not the Bible parts, says Zane Ivy. Let's do a screen share here, see how this manages to play out. Bloody hell, I wish you could open this chat. Maybe, I don't know if that's the proper button we're going to want to push there. It's taking too long, so we don't have the time to mess around. Embed chat? No. All right, it's not the Bible parts in the Schofield Bible that are the issue. It's the notes. There we go. Yeah, the footnotes trying to steer you off in this direction and that, and down this crazy route. This one and the other, explaining to people what it really is, when that's just simply not the case. The rapture as well, straight out of the Schofield Bible, I guess. No one had even heard of it until then, but. And you can just imagine too, like the Rastafari, right? Their dreadlocks. When Jah come down from the sky, man, you know, the not gnarlier the dreads. He needs the dreads to pull you up into the sky and deliver you into heaven. Come here, Danny. We got cats all over the place here, folks, as I'm sure some of our listeners do. Depends how you look at the Son of Man in Daniel. Let me turn this off. The Son of Man in Daniel, says Zane Ivy. Tanakh, Jesus, pre-incarnation or time traveling. Okay, well, reincarnation, yeah, born again 35 times in the New Testament. What was he really going on about? Muddy those waters, folks. Muddy those waters. And then there's the John chapter 8 quote, before Abraham was, I am. Or, of course, these last two posts are in reference to who was first, Jesus or Buddha. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Never really understood that in that context. But, what is it? I and my Father am one. Did he say something like that? He says it's just straight up Eastern non-duality, and they crucified him on that basis, essentially saying that he was committing blasphemy. How dare you suggest that you are God? Their spin, the Sanhedrin, kind of trying their spin, the way they tried to frame things, the brush that they used to paint this false picture. So, and even I think in the eyes of Pilate, it was completely absurd. But for whatever reason, he felt that he had to, is the word placate, the Sanhedrin, because of their
because of the clout that they carried, essentially. So Monsanto was purchased by Bayer in 2018. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? That's, or wait a minute. It's not the other way around. The Bayer was purchased by Monsanto. Anyways, and the Svalbard seed bank, of which there's said to be several around the world, not just Svalbard, Norway. Speaking of Svalbard, I wonder where Al Borealis is these days. We've worked on interviewing him just in the lead up to the Christmas campaign for, I think it was about 4 years, and then he completely ghosted us. There's a bit of a backstory to that, actually. A little bit of something people might find to be of some interest. It's sad, that he's I'm not sure what's going on, but just it seems completely ghosting us at present. So it is what it is. All right, and that's about it. There we go. Done deal. Stick a fork in it. We'll be back in as I said, looking at the clock here. Oh gosh. Probably 33 hours if you really break it down. So it'll be 11:30 p.m. here. Friday night. Okay. Everyone have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Jingle Bell Rock. Nicholas of Myra. The great content and free flowing conversation that we had with our in-house roundtable crew. A great turnout, and all the rest of the color commentary that came your way. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, you may like to help out and sponsor someone, or share with us your Christmas stories via whatever part of the world it is you happen to be based out of. Pirate One Radio at protonmail.com is our email address. WPRPN.com, the main website. On behalf of Captain Long John Sinclair and all the rest of the crew here down in Skullport Harbor, until we meet again via these vast, all too intrepid digital seas, I'm your host, as always, the show's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder, reminding you to keep your ear to the ground and eyes to the sky. Tally ho.